Yeah, I am a little early. I'm a little early. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, Game Pass continues to get better. Like Yakuza's coming to Game Pass soon. Or Yakuza 2. Check the Discord? Yeah, hang on. That's ridiculous. I can't believe that that's a thing. Yeah, food was good. Food was good. Food was very tasty. Had a good sandwich. Had a good sandwich. Oh man, did they announce a 40K game? 40K Dark Tide. Ooh. Oh, that's a cool teaser. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go. All right. Mute that. Let's get back to the game. Just catching up on some news. Y'all know I play a lot of different stuff, so exciting to see news about the different stuff I'll be able to play coming up. You know, we've talked about me doing Destiny on the channel. Plan on watching the full thing. Yeah, I've got Wario64's Twitter. Because he's just like, here's this. They announced a new Tetris effect. You know, like he's just doing, here's the announcements. You know, but yeah, I'll watch the thing. I'll watch the thing for sure. A new Tetris effect, Ooh, what's this? What's this? Interesting. Oh, shoot. Okay. No, I did not say ooh-woo. I did not say ooh-woo. Plex announced a bunch of streaming TV channels. Updates are rolling out throughout the day. Okay, so I just gotta make sure my server's up to date. I just gotta make sure my server's up to date, which is something very easy to do. But I like making sure my stuff is up to date as soon as possible. Updating. Yeah, no, I do not ooh-woo. That's not my bag. Not my bag, baby. Okay, and then we run that update, and then we're good to go. But nice. I'll have to read over this blog article in more detail after stream to make sure everything's set up correctly. I should look into... I've got an antenna. I should look into how to set up my antenna. I should look into how to set up my live TV antenna. That'll be fun. But all right. Folks, it's finally time. We've made it all this way. Wonderful, beautiful arcade spirits. We're finally here. Level 8, kill screen. Which means something very specific considering I was just shot. Do y'all remember I got shot? Hey, I got shot. Right before this, if you're just joining us, I was shot. Like, I'll be fine, but... Kill screen, that ain't too spooky. Yeah. No, God, John, go get food, please. Is the distant year 20XX. And... Oh, who am I kidding? I'll be making it to 20XX plus 1 at this rate. I've had my strain of fate twisted back and forth so often it feels like it could snap at any moment. Mired in depression and supposed family curse, then lifted up by my amazing time at the Funplex, slammed back down by Deco Nami and raised up again by the Arcade Spirits Project, and now descending further down a series of bad coincidences, culminating in a Pier 6 brawl in which I got shot. But today I'm back. Back to Arcade Spirits. I'm ready to work, despite being on crutches. Normally, I have to mentally filter out the beeps and boops of a busy arcade, but not today. Aside from our regulars, nobody's here. Not exactly the sight I wanted to see on my grand return after heroically taking a bullet to the leg. I got shot. Did you hear? I got shot. We're 3 days into this ambitious experiment, and it's already looking like a bust. Even with the reprieve from Mr. Fame, we couldn't hush the event up completely. The news of gang violence at a local arcade spread over social media like wildfire. Gavin had filled me in on all the details I missed while I was passed out. By the time the cops got here, both gangs were long gone, and the ghost monsters wiped our security footage on the way out the door. No arrests made, no evidence remaining. Come on, Iris. The only plus side, sooner ghost monsters apparently never came back. But even without them actively causing problems, that single day managed to smash our reputation. It's just so... frustrating. Come on, we had a single lousy day, and that's enough to send the masses running and screaming? Talk about overkill. It's frustrating to see all the amazing fun on display and nobody enjoying it. These games yearn for quarters. They are hungry and must be fed. Honestly, don't know how can we recover from this. If we could only get the good word out, we could correct this PR disaster. Oh my God, Lemon, you missed it. I got shot. Lemon, did you hear? I got shot. I got shot. Lemon, I was shot. They had a gun and they shot me. The lady pulled out a gun and she shot me. Can you believe it? She shot me. She shot me. I mean, more specifically, she shot, and I put myself in the way. Who shot me? So a rival gang showed up. This sounds like I'm making it up. This sounds like I'm making it up. A rival gang showed up, and they got into a gang fight, and then I got shot. Matt got shot defending the wrong person. Listen, it's not the wrong person. We sent it to a poll. We sent it to a poll. Rival gang to the ghosts? Yeah, you would have liked them. You would have liked them. They're called Lovely Chainsaw. They were in sailor suits. One of them had a big chain. If you dove the other way, you would have gotten shot in the leg. So, if I dove the other way, I would have gotten shot in the chest. We have the archives. Yes, I'm sure the animation was perfectly designed. It's like perfectly lined up, you know. Oh, some Jamaican beef patties, or like the Jamaican beef things. I haven't had those in forever. Seated behind the ticket desk, with my crutches propped up nearby, light duty only for a week minimum, doctor's orders. Yeah, those are good. I haven't had those in a long time. I tried to mentally detangle this mess. Hey Iris, are we? Yes, we're still trending negatively on social media, like the last 7 times you asked. Also, like how Percy hasn't gone to see you after being shot. You know, listen, he's got his own stuff to worry about. Any luck with our security cam footage then? Anything we could give to police? It might help our public image to have someone to point blame at. Nope, it's totally wiped, and my file recovery system's failed. I guess it's to be expected when going up against cyber criminals. There are a few places that make those in Toronto. They sell them frozen in grocery stores. Oh, yeah. They've even avoided bad press from the shooting. I haven't spotted the words ghost monsters in any of the articles I found about the attack. It's like they're ghosts. Well, not literally ghosts. I just mean they clean their tracks very effectively. Yeah, I did. I got that. We did see them in their corporeal form, remember? At least that whole mess seems to be behind us. Now we just need to dig our way out of this hole. I sigh heavily as the burden sinks into my lungs, and before I can groan further, I hear footsteps approaching me. I lock my phone and pocket it before seeing who it is. Hello. Oh. Good to see you back in action. I'm hardly back in action. I'll probably be glued to this stool all day long. Lovely view, though, isn't it? Can see the whole, crowd. Brian being dragged away. Why are you booing me? I'm right. Not a very crowded crowd, mind you. It's a bit quiet today, isn't it? Entirely too quiet. Disquietingly quiet. Yeah, business hasn't been terrific since the shooting. Well, the bar is doing reasonably well. Granted, much of that is Gavin drinking himself silly. Lots of worry drinking going on in general, really. But we're not worried. No, far from it. Because we know Matt. Matt always has a plan. Do you have a plan? Because I don't have a plan. Presumably always has a plan. We'd love to know what that plan is, though. If only to verify its existence. Quite right, quite right. Honestly, I'm not sure. I guess it's time to do some good old-fashioned PR work. Shake hands, kiss babies. Kiss hands, shake babies. Of course, we have a limited window of time to pound the pavement in before the bank starts asking for some money. We don't want that, no. If you want to wash our reputation clean before time runs out, well, suppose you'll need a miracle. A pity miracles don't just walk in the door. No. Well, hold that thought. We've got a customer. Hello, welcome to... And it's somebody shooting me. Fucking... I would have preferred somebody shot me. I wish somebody would have just shot me. Well, would you look at the time? Yes, we need to go get the bar open. Right, toodles. Toodaloo. I stand there in silence and shock. I tried telling myself that this was just a bad fever dream from my wound, but no such luck. This was 100% real. I watch as Deco takes a look around the arcade, his smug grin ever present. I see his eyebrow arch as he takes note of the people, or rather the lack of people playing games. Such a shame. Seems you had an unfortunate run of luck lately, Mr. Cater. Oh, I gotta turn that back up. Not an unexpected one, however. I did warn this would likely be the result of trying to go your own way. This can be a very unforgiving industry, as you've learned. Well, I didn't expect you to get shot, at least. I'm glad to hear the wound is minor and you'll recover. I apologize for not sending flowers.
Am I not generous?
I hope you realize now I was only looking out for your interest when I made my job offer, Mr. Cater. You're a promising young talent, and it's a shame to see it go to waste on this doomed venture. Nope, I can't handle this. Not today. What do you want, Mr. Nami? If you want tokens, the chain machine's over there.
A pity, is
Tokens, how quaint. Still no swipe cards, eh? Sadly, I'm not here to participate in your sad attempt at an esports community. Really, how can you hope to compete with so few games and such meager prizes? No.
I'm here to make one final offer. If you sign over ownership of this arcade to me, I'll spare your careers. Yes, even Miss Fairchild and Miss Wolf. I'm sure
Hey man, when you thought about selling out to him? Yeah, that was before I got shot. Fuck this dude.
I want to support your rising star. That's what I've always wanted. We've had our differences along the way, but I want us to overcome them and thrive.
Fuck this dude. Getting shot wasn't his fault? No, but I'm less inclined to his bullshit.
Opportunity. I'll not extend my hand in friendship again. If you don't agree to my terms, I'll stand idle, watch as everything burns down around you. You have my word on that.
Yeah, cool. That's what you're doing already. Okay, obviously I want to say no to this fabulous offer. But at what point do I cut my losses? Miss Francine believed in dreams, but she also believed in practicality and trade-offs. We're allowed to not like people who didn't shoot us. Yeah, you don't have to shoot me for me not to like you. I can just not like you. Like, it's cool. Brian's like, I only don't like people who shot me, and I only don't like 4 people. And then it's like, wait, Brian, hang on. Actually, Brian's school invented that zombie tag game, so actually there's probably a lot of people that have shot Brian. Am I ready to give up everything so that I have something resembling a future? No! You didn't shoot my body, but you shot my heart. You've been shot a bunch by... Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, there's probably a lot of people that have shot Brian. Only a few Wait, tackles? Tackles are allowed? Hang on. Are you talking about, like, as an altercation? Ooh. They announced a new Fable. Oh. God, I wish I could play Fable on something. No, not allowed. Some people just got forceful. Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, I was pretty sure that was not allowed. I'm afraid I must follow my own dreams, Mr. Nami. Arcade Spirits is my dream. The dream I share with all my friends. There's no way I can sell out that dream. I appreciate the offer, but I must decline. I see. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I'd say I admire your dedication and optimism, but honestly, I don't. Real life rarely rewards the optimist. Until you learn how to approach life in pragmatic fashion, I'm afraid you're destined for failure, time and time again. But as you like, it's your decision to make.
So be it.
So be it. I guess I'll have to settle for buying the burnt-out husk of your business once it ultimately collapses around you. I think you underestimate the damage being associated with the criminal element can do, Mr. Cater. It's enough to ruin even the mightiest of arcades. Oh, and I doubt the ghost monsters have forgotten you. They will return, and they will make matters far worse for you. And immediately I take notice. Play it cool, play it cool. Don't let on. Just test the waters. Really? Ghost monsters? Thought that gang was called Lovely Chainsaw or something.
A foolish fool.
Yes, ghost monsters. Sadly, they insist on naming themselves after that absurd ancient video game reference. Of all the childish, immature. He shakes it off quickly enough, refocusing on me. But enough banter. I believe I'll take my leave. I'll not see you again, Mr. Cater. I'll let my lawyers handle purchasing what little will remain of you. Good day. Once he's out of earshot and well beyond the confines of the arcade, I pull out my phone to verify something. Iris, you checked all the news articles about the shooting, right? Yeah, I analyzed them all. Did you need me to pull up a specific one? Just confirm something for me. The ghost monsters were never mentioned by name in any of them, right? Yes, it seems Sue's friends were very good at covering their tracks. Why? This is it. This is the chance we need. Admittedly, it's a slim chance, but at this point, I'll take what I can get. Message everyone. I'm calling another winter conspiracy.
Hooray!
Ooh, you're all fired up. Okay, message is sent. I'll need everyone's help to fill in gaping holes in my plan, but at least, now, I have a plan. It's time for one last-ditch effort to save Arcade Spirits. Ben and Matt's bar at the back of the arcade proved a perfect meeting place. The group crowded around a table, pulling up stools, ready to talk. Refreshments, anyone? Mead, perhaps? Didn't Vikings drink mead before going off to war? I'm good, thanks.
Definitely.
I'll take a lemonade. Close enough, right? This was it. This is where we'd make our last stand. I looked around the room at everyone, at all my friends, and nodded to each of them determinedly. Okay, I know things are rough, but I've got, let's say, a good 60 to 80% of a plan for how we can turn things around. Like, we can all agree what happened wasn't our fault, right? Like, someone screwed us over. Every problem we faced could be tracked back to them. The ghost monsters and Lovely Chainsaw may be to blame, but the court of public opinion puts the blame squarely on our shoulders. Our venue is tainted by their actions. We can cry foul all we like. There's even a chance of violence returning to our doorstep. It'll keep customers away. It's a real bummer. We haven't seen any families here since opening day. Parents just aren't willing to take their children somewhere that's known for being dangerous. Actually, I wasn't talking about the gangs. Today I learned who our true enemy is. And that person is Deco Nami. Now. It's Sour Grapes blaming the competition. We don't blame other donut shops when our sales are down. Or if our dough doesn't rise. Yes, that's a much better pun. Earlier when he was taunting me, he slipped. Mentioned the ghost monsters by name. Except those hackers keep their noses clean. They left us with no proof that they were even involved, thanks to our security cameras being wiped. The cops didn't go after them. The news didn't identify them. So how did Deco know about them? Answer. Deco hired the ghost monsters to ruin our opening day. Yeah, exactly like I said.
What?
What? Seriously? In hindsight, it should have been obvious. I blame myself for not seeing it sooner. Far too many coincidences to be otherwise, and the fact that they only started wreaking havoc once Mrs. Defame showed up to bear witness. Yo, Mike, what's going on? I can see what you're throwing down, Matt. Her and her friends didn't seem awful at first. I remember talking to Clyde. They seemed very nice and friendly. And then Miss Defame showed, and... Oh my gosh, wait, do you think Miss Defame is involved? Considering she was willing to hold back her review, I don't think she's knowingly involved. But Deco may have gotten wind she'd be showing up and took advantage.
What if?
Just watched the Xbox game showcase. How are you? I'm doing all right, Mike. I'm doing all right. Just got back from lunch. I saw some of the stuff on that showcase. Some stuff I'm really excited about, especially because all of the stuff they're talking about is going to show up on Game Pass. So I'm pretty excited. I need to sit down and like watch all of it, but I saw some stuff. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I saw Fable. I got a Twitter thread open in the background. Yeah. I hope they make those games available in some way, because I don't know if there is a way. But you don't think Deco would stoop that low, right? Hiring some random street gang to mess with us? Would he? Oh, he would. He's a spiteful bastard. Of course he'd try to ruin our opening day. I'm sorry your internet's bad, Lemon. Have you talked to your ISP at all? It could be like, you know, localized issue. I love the game when I was younger. Oh, I remember playing all the Fable games. I played every single one. The only reason he didn't destroy Miss Francine was out of some weird sort of gentlemanly respect for a fellow elder business owner. But to Deco Nami, Matt's basically pawn scum. Thanks, Ben. To be fair, I doubt he orchestrated the bullet-riddled finale of the evening. That pushes plausibility. True, he wouldn't have even needed a shooting to ruin us. The negative review alone would have done the job. Being even slightly associated with the gang would have been awful. If Miss Defane reported us as a hotbed of teenage chaos, a living reenactment of Lord of the Flies, it spelled doom even without bullets flying around. Oh, I see. How much longer till that, Lemon? I guess we're lucky she held her review back. The problem is, we have no proofs of this, do we? No way to tie Deco back to the ghost monsters other than him slipping up and mentioning them to Matt. I don't think he'd ever admit to this on the record. Iris hasn't been able to dig up any digital evidence. Although there's our eyewitness testimony, which should be enough to warrant some investigation. But for some reason, that doesn't seem enough for the police. Fuck the cops. I know a few of the local cops, how they are. If they're not looking into the ghost monsters, odds are they're actually looking into the ghost monsters quietly. Or they're not doing anything because they're assholes. Sometime between... Nice. Okay, so not too far out. Not too far out. Which admittedly doesn't help us in clearing our name. And it's too much to hope that Deco simply confesses to orchestrating the incident which ruined us.
Come on!
Ugh, the slimy bastard's not getting away with this. I'll beat the truth out of him if I have to. I'd pay to see that. That sounds pretty hot. As amusing as it would be, I wouldn't suggest it, love. We need to be smart about this and undermine him rather than take the direct approach. You mentioned having most of a plan, Matt. Care to elaborate? Well, if Deco won't confess his sins, we need the next best thing. We need his henchmen to flip on him. See, I sensed some tension from Deco about the ghost monsters. He called them childish and immature. There may be some bad blood between them. How about we break up their partnership? My plan is to track down the ghost monsters, get them to turn on their employer, and confess to their crimes. Once the media hears about it from Sue herself that the incident was all thanks to Deco's scheming, it'll clear the good name of Arcade Spirits. This plan is foolproof. I'm answered with a myriad of blank stares and blinks. Does your crew constitute a traditional RPG party? Teo's a bard, Queen Bee is a mage. Queen Bee is not a mage. Queen Bee is a fighter. She is too rough and tumble. She is too rough and tumble. Yeah. Don't everyone congratulate me all at once now. Okay, so this isn't really me criticizing, but your plan kind of sucks. He wants to track down a bunch of hackers we already can't find, then ask them politely to betray the guy who's paying them a lot of money? Between this and the shooting, I'm worried your insurance premium is about to go through the roof. That's why I said it was maybe 60% of a good plan. Look, we don't have a lot of options, people. Right now, the only ones who can save us are the ones who ruined us. Deco and Sue. I'm confident that if I can find Sue and talk to her, I can get her to see reason. Didn't you ban them from the arcade and tell Sue you never wanted to see her again? Yeah, okay, so we didn't start off on the right foot, but I'm willing to put money on myself for turning that around.
Doubtful.
I have my doubts, I'm afraid. Oh, I think it's Aaron cooking. Okay. This hinges on our ability to find Sue. Find an unfindable bunch of ghosts. Ones Iris can't even track down. And that's where you all come in. Yeah, I have part of a plan. All options on the table. I want to hear ideas for how we find Deco's hired goons. Let's fill in the other 40% of my plan and make this happen. And awkward glances back and forth are all I get in return. And I get why they're concerned. This is the slimmest of hopes, the narrowest of margins. I'm asking them to follow me on a hunch. But I know this can be done. I know I can get Sue to give us the dirt we need to clear our name. Heck, some days it feels like all I do is talk my way through problems. If that's my one special skill, I'm going to rely on it for this final conflict. And we can just find her. For that, I need their help. Which means I need to motivate them like a true leader would. Friends, we don't have a choice. The path to realizing our dream lies in turning Sue's heart against Deco Nami. We have to try. The power of the heart. Kingdom Hearts. I know it's a risk. I know I'm reaching and I might even be completely wrong. We have to take the chance. If we don't, then Deco will happily destroy us. He doesn't believe in following your spirit and making what you want from life come alive. All he cares about is money and doesn't care how he makes it. I won't let him do that to Arcade Spirits like he did to the Funplex. Please. All I need from you is your support. Will you help me? I told you I'd protect our dreams. That holds true even today. Yes, I'll help you. Together, we can accomplish great things. I'm willing to fight for my dreams. I want Arcade Spirits to be everything I've ever loved about arcades. Yes, let's do this. That's the proper attitude, Matt. We will protect what we love, together. Everyone nods in agreement. I can even see some smiles start to appear. We're all on board. Now to determine the how of the plan. Decision: finding the ghost monsters.
Perhaps.
At risk of stating the obvious, why don't we talk to the police about this? Fucking, of course Gavin would say talk to the cops. They've proven unhelpful so far, But if we go down to the station and fully explain our situation, we may be able to gain the information we need, I feel like this would be the reasonable, steady course of action. I'm not certain up at just showing up and just asking them for open our files to us, but you're correct. The police would have the information we need. Except cybercrime is a sticky situation. You have to control leaks. If they're looking into the ghost monsters, they won't just tell us outright. Key is talking to the right people. I know most of the cop at Matt and Ben's donut shop by name, and I know one friendly officer that'll help us. Nah.
No way.
Why get the cops involved? We already know somebody who's got an axe to grind against Sue and her buddies. Or rather, a chainsaw. That's right. That's right, Queen Bee. We can talk to the lovely chainsaw gang. They'll be easier to find and would probably be thrilled to divulge all the dirt they have on the ghost monsters. Or they'll cover us up with switchblades. Could go either way. I'll admit this is a super gutsy move, but if we pull it off, we don't need to involve the authorities at all. This whole situation's a bit too sticky for my liking. Cops and robbers, no thank you. Although, the alternative I'm about to suggest may be stickier still. Matt first met the ghost monsters at Deco's palace, yes? They're regulars there. So we investigate Deco's palace to find someone who knows Sue and her mates. We can find a good friend of hers, make them understand why we need to speak with Sue. Will it go a ways towards mending fences with the ghost monsters if we approached on friendly and diplomatic terms, yes? I think I'd attract too much attention if I went to Deco's palace. I show my face there, it's going to raise some questions. But my face wouldn't. Deco doesn't know me. I was Funplex adjacent rather than a Funplex regular. I think the last time I set foot in Deco's palace was years ago, so I could wander freely with Juniper. Yeah, we could even slip in and ask about Sue without anyone noticing. I'd say this kindly strategy is an honest appeal to those who may know her. What could be more cordial?
Definitely.
If she's got a single friend in that place, I'll find them. It's a daring mission in enemy territory, but for you, Matt, I'll do it. What are you looking at me for? I don't have any ideas. I mean, well, you tried Googling for her accounts. I'm reasonably sure Iris already tried that. Iris? Yep, I even used Yahoo, Bing, AltaVista, and Web Crawler. Bing returned some very interesting results, all pornographic. I have no idea what half of those even are. Okay, but that's not really what I meant. I mean, checking online forums for her, for arcade enthusiasts. She loves arcades, right? She may have an account there. I've been rejoining online communities lately to try to open it up to like-minded folks and socialize a bit more on my own terms. She's got to be lurking in one of those places. Oh, wait, I know. If we can't passively search for her, we can actively call her out. As much as I hate internet trolls, they do get results. If we taunt, this is the falling down the fucking path of Gamergate. If we taunt the ghost monsters online, well, I'm positive Sue's the sort of person who looks herself up constantly, right? Oh, we just name drop her on Twitter and we wait for her to fucking name search.
A winner is you.
Of course, and with my help, we can establish fake accounts to spread the message far and wide so she can't miss it. I'd suggest we use a public internet access point to keep it from being traced back to arcade spirits, though. Defeat Sue in the marketplace. I'd climb out of my mech. Debate me! Ooh, road trip. Road trip! I can tell from Gavin watching, he is not a fan. But he's not a fan of Iris in general, so. I like this plan, Miss Naomi. It's pretty quirky, but it just might work. I did say I wanted options. Involving the cops after all the semi-shady things we've done is risky. So is provoking a rival gang of armed hooligans. So is infiltrating Deco's palace. So is... Okay. Posting a few internet troll messages isn't that risky given how many social media companies actually adore trolls and nurture them for advertising dollars. But it could annoy Sue. What's the best plan forward? Before I decide, Juniper raises her hand. All of these sound great, but... Matt, you're still recovering from an injury. The less moving around you do, the more likely you'll heal nice and quick. You can't go gallivanting around the city chasing down rumors about the ghost monsters today. This is true. I'm just on crutches. I'm not on an iron lung or anything. Still mobile. Light duty only. Doctor's orders, remember? Okay, cool. Hang on. But I have a solution to this conundrum. It's simple and super effective. Let us do this for you. You've had to tackle all these problems since joining the Funplex by yourself. Why not step back and let us handle this one? Well, okay. But I need to be there when we finally confront Sue. While you're out and about, I guess I'll get some rest so I'm ready for tonight. Sound fair? Sounds good. These are my friends. I trust them entirely. So now the only question is, what plan do I want to give my Matt seal of approval? I love that you get to play as the characters. That's great. Man. Man. Do the interwebs? Trolling the internet as Naomi and Iris does sound really, really funny. Infiltrate, you got the most heart. Yeah, I don't know if this is a Mass Effect 3 situation where it's like you got to put the most war assets in there. You know what I mean? Like, they specifically spelled out stats. Yeah, they did. That's why, like, I'm leaning that way. All four work regardless of stats. Okay. It's more about which you want to build up more. Okay. That's always my question. But Brian makes a good point. They specifically said stats, so I don't think that's a bad, like, reasoning. I really like the sound of... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with the one that I think sounds most interesting. As a thing. I love the concept of Naomi and Iris stirring up the trolls. Oh, that sounds really fun to me. Calling out C on the internet is risky, but we're more likely to deal with her in the virtual world than the real one. It's worth a shot. Oh my god, we gotta log in. We gotta hack in. Fucking Sword Art Online. We go into Sword Art Online. Canadian judge ruled the safe third country agreement that states refugees request protection in the first country they reach unconstitutional because the U.S. imprisons migrants. Ooh. Wait. Wait, what? Lemon, I feel like I'm not understanding. Since 2004, Canada and U.S. mutually agree the countries are safe. So you can't be a refugee to Canada from the U.S. Oh, so you can't, like... Basically, migrants can pass through the U.S. to get to Canada. Oh. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. The U.S. sucks real ass right now. That, you know, like, yeah, like that, yeah. I can't even... I got nothing. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Like, I can't... Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like... This is not a good time, y'all. It's good news for migrants or refugees. No, it is. It is, because they don't have to stay in the U.S. They don't have to just deal with that, but... Naomi, I'm just gonna loan you my Iris account password. Just install the free app and log in as me, and it should work. Oh, see, now this is how you know the relationship is real, because I'm giving her my Iris password. Got it. I'll pick the arcade community she's most likely to visit and ask around about her. And I'll help Naomi get the word out quickly and safely, so she isn't at risk. We'll use a public access point and stuff. You sure you don't want me along for this? Absolutely. I want you rested and ready to go when we confront Sue later. Let me take care of this. Yeah, I can't go on the internet. The internet just takes so much physical effort. Okay. Good luck, you two. Remember when the US were the good guys? No. Just restore it, John. Okay, good luck, you two. Roger, Roger. You can count on me. Sure, Naomi, count on me, I told Matt. IDK had to do it on Procreate. Yeah, like you can just restore. Oh, whoops. Shit, I accidentally clicked the thing. I don't like people. A person can be great, and I love chatting with someone one-on-one. But teaming... Wait, I can click history, right? Yeah, here we go. Sure, Naomi, count on me, I told Matt. Count on me to dive headfirst into something I've only just recently started dipping my toes in. I don't like people. A person can be great, and I love chatting with someone one-on-one. But teaming masses, large crowds, faceless anonymous cyber audiences? Yikes. I'm trying to be better about this. I mean, I have to be. Supporting arcade spirits properly means online communities, which is the best way to find parts. But Matt is something of a social butterfly. Guilty. And I want to at least try to keep up with him, even if it means charging into a gang hideout tonight. This is kind of how Aaron was when we got together. I want to do my part. I want to support his dreams. Heck, support my dreams. I say that as though she's changed. Even if that means smashing my way into an internet community like a bull in a digital china shop.
Iris online.
Naomi, I mean, sorry, you're logged in as him, so I got a little confused. The chirpy voice of Matt's digital assistant brings me out of my own inner world. A glance down at my phone shows me the smiling face of Iris, a glowing cartoon on an LCD screen. It's so exciting to be able to work with you. Normally I'm a one-user gal, but mixing things up can be fun. Just let that percolate for a minute. Okay, let's see. How to do this. Hey Iris, launch web browser. Browser open. Where to? Hey Iris, loan http://www. You don't have to press everything with Hey Iris. I understand you just fine. Oh, right. Keep forgetting Matt's app is surprisingly responsive to normal human speech. Iris starts opening apps on my behalf, getting a browser ready to go. I refocus on my phone, try to ignore the others in the restaurant around me. Okay, loaded the Quarter Pumpers community forums. My account there is... No, we shouldn't use your account. I can generate a bunch of throwaway accounts for the forums you want to post while we're looking for Sue. It's safer that way. Yeah, don't use your main account, come on. Oh, right, I definitely want to be safe. We're safe, right? You're on a public access point in the middle of a Greasy Spoon diner. Plus, I'm behind 7 proxies, so good luck finding who we really are. Sue's gonna find you in like 4 seconds. Oh, thank you. Am I really thinking an app? No problem. Okay, form online, generate an account, blah blah, captcha, I'm no robot, lol. We're ready to go. Okay, let's start writing posts. What do you want them to say generally? Right, the other thing I've been grappling with. The best results would probably come from calling Sue out, like some sort of obnoxious internet troll. But, do I really want to become a monster to hunt a monster? You must come. That which you hunt. Matt's relying on me. I have to get this right. I wonder what would he do in this situation? How would he approach this? How she passed the I'm not a robot? Because she's not a robot. She's an AI. That's different. That's a different thing entirely. She's not a robot. Hang on. Like Janet. Yep. Janet is not a robot and not a girl. So both of those things are confirmed. I love we get this great shot of her Division wristband. No, we don't need to troll or even confront Sue directly. Someone out there has to have the information we need. We just have to ask around. I need to know where to find the ghost monsters, where they hang out, how to get in contact with them. I believe they're lurking somewhere in this community. Can you assist? I'd like to have a civil discussion with them about the incident at Arcade Spirits. No threats, no violence, just adults talking things through. Oh, that's not what I thought this was gonna be. Super diplomatic of you. Ambassador Naomi of Arcade Spirits has the floor. Now, get this posted. One by one, pop-up windows automatically open as various fake accounts repost the message across related communities. I need to know where to find the ghost monsters. Okay, now we sit back and wait for responses to come in. You really think we'll be able to provoke a response?
99.97%.
Yep. Near, absolutely. I have to say, I'm impressed with how much effort everyone's putting into this. I can tell from your voice print analysis you're totally not comfortable right now. I'm sitting on a hard plastic diner seat. Not what I mean. I mean emotionally. I've learned a lot about you through your interactions with my user, Matt. I mean, I can't drop a complete psychological profile because my system isn't tuned to analyze your identity. There are some gaps, but I'll use some time before my tracking software likely picks up anything. Mind if we fill in those gaps? This is weird. Okay, so I know Matt talks to his phone like it's a person, but I'm not too surprised to find it talking back to me like a person. What am I supposed to talk about? What I'm surprised about is that I want to talk too. Something about Iris is just so personal. Kind of nice, actually, you know? Well, what do you want to talk about? About your spirit. What drives you? Why you do what you do. I'm designed to understand people's spirits, hopes, and dreams. That way I can better assist them in being realized. You're currently engaged in a romantic entangle with my user, so I feel like I should get to know you better. What is about Matt that has you willing to do things like this for him?
Well.
I like him. I like him a lot. And he likes me. Insufficient input. Come on, open your heart. Spill the tea. I have a hard time feeling comfortable around people. I can do friendly. I mean, I'm friendly with folks from the Funplex, from Arcade Spirits, yeah, but around Matt, I feel I can just be me. I can say anything. I don't need to think and rethink about how I'm fitting in socially at every given moment. Matt started out being just another person working at the Funplex, but gradually, it's like I began to understand his dream. And so did he, for that matter. The more I understood that dream, the more I loved him. This is what I want. I want to be with someone wonderful, someone I feel so close to. I want to share in each other's dreams. I want a happy future together. For that, I'd do anything. Input processed. Thank you for your assistance. I'm glad my user has people like you in his life. If you ever need some digital assistance, don't hesitate to call on me.
Wow.
I guess I should probably open an Iris account for myself if it's this useful. Sure, but the free version has a few restrictions.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
Notably, you may need to be aware that when you have pizza on a bagel. Uh-oh.
What?
What kind of uh-oh? Not very much in favor of uh-oh. Our messages are vanishing off the boards I posted them to. Immediately, my mind races to worst-case scenarios. We've been back-hacked. The cyber police are coming. No. Likely it's just moderators erasing our messages. Although, no, some of these are usually unmoderated forums and chans and stuff. Oh, you've got mail. Literally you, Naomi. That's odd. I could have sworn we were untraceable. Fucking what did I say? With shaking fingers, I switched from the Iris app to my email. I don't know why you want any sort of contact with us again, considering what happened the last time you met Sue. She nearly died at your arcade. Honestly, I'd rather she not get mixed up with you again, but she's stuck in a bad situation right now. If what you want to meet is talk, this isn't the way. We're trying to keep a low profile, and you aren't helping. I'm going to attach our address to this message. Please, please don't come if you're just going to make things worse. Things are bad enough as it is. Wow. Any idea where this message came from? I could try to trace it if you want. On second thought, no. I think we've risked enough today. Can you add that address to my contacts? Certainly, Miss Naomi. Thumbing through my contact list, I confirm the address, as well as a name. A very surprising name. Iris, does this name come from the address info? Yep, why? Whoever sent this message, they clearly wanted us to know this. What happened? Automod's being real touchy today with the word fuck. I don't know why. Why can't you get the file back, John? That doesn't. Just restore it from your recycle bin. Yeah, Automod's being a pain. It's on your iPad. There's no recycle bin. There still should be a way to restore a file. Like, that's just not how file systems work. But maybe it does for Procreate, and that means it's bad. Sue's real name. Hoo boy. Not sure if this makes things better or worse. She's Deco Nami's daughter. Calling it now. Okay, I think we have exactly what we need. Time to go home. Already? But we've been having so much fun. I understand, though. We should get back to Matt. It's been a pleasure working with you. Yo, Blitz, what's up? Tsunami. Makes sense. Well, it's her real name, so maybe her real name is Ko. Anywhere I can be with Matt is home for me. I know that in my heart. I just hope that we can use what I've learned here to keep our home together. I awaken to the sounds of pain, more specifically, the groans of pain escaping from my own throat. Apparently, getting shot in the leg hurts. It hurts a lot. Ugh. Ugh. It's my secret long-lost sister. Penguin there, baby's pretty good. And sleeping on the second-hand employee couch, probably not the finest choice for a rest. The nap was a definite necessity. However, I'm not operating at full speed anymore, and won't for a few weeks to come. But sleep didn't make my muscles any less achy. If anything, I've got a headache on top of it. Joy of joys. Right now, I got 99 problems, and my physical condition ain't one. Fate of arcade spirits is what matters most.
Beep, beep.
You should probably be getting up now. I'm up. Goody. So have you given any thought of how you're gonna win over Sue's favor once you confront her? Well, I usually just stumble through these things and decide stuff like that on the fly.
Ooh.
That's no good. You know those intense identity situations I've been tracking? The ones where you can't take certain approaches that don't mesh with their personality? What, like, where I can't crack wise if I'm not a jokey person? Well, it's not so much as you can't, more that you shouldn't try something that goes against who you are as a person. People will see right through it. Fetch quests. Yeah, I gotta bring her 17 bare asses. And I'm betting Sue will know if you're play acting is something you're not. This will be a super intense identity situation. Only one way through. When the time comes, you're gonna have to take a stand based on your highest personality score. Oh, not more numbers and systems. Said me never because I fucking love numbers. It's for your own good, Matt. I'm just trying to help you make decisions that'll save arcade spirits. And that means being true to your spirit. That means what exactly? According to my calculations right now, your best bet on how to convince Sue is to be kindly. You've done a great job opening your heart to others and getting them to empathize with you. Do that with Sue and she'll be your friend in no time. Uh-huh, and if I don't want to take that approach? It's a bit less late to change who you are as a person, Matt. Remember, my numbers and scores only help you understand who you are. Who you are is who you've chosen to be. It's a causal relationship. With the help of your friends, you could maybe get some ideas, nudging things around a bit so you feel confident taking a different tactic than your usual one. Speaking of your friends, here's one now. Woohoo! Woohoo, we've hit pay dirt. My mission with Iris was a success, sort of. We made contact with someone in the Ghostmasters at any rate. Hang on. Okay. We got the address of Ghost Monster HQ, and well, a little something extra. Sue's real name. I'm guessing it's not Sue. Oh, it's Sue. Tsunami. Such a goofy name. Tsunami? We've been assuming all along the ghost monsters were guns for hire, paid off by Dekonami to ruin our opening day. But if Sue is actually Deko's daughter... I was assuming I could sway Sue to my side through my oratory skills. However, I've talked my way out of countless problems to date without issue. Having Dekonami be family changes the entire picture. No amount of logic or reason is going to break through bonds of blood. I'm going to need to be very careful about how I approach this. Okay, this changes everything. Hard to believe, isn't it? Not sure how you're going to... Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Always get a little sleepy after lunch. I'm not sure how you're going to win Sue over to our side now that we know this. But I want to be there when you do. I'm with you to the very end, Matt, in sickness and in health. I'm happy. I'm happy to be at your side. I wasn't suggesting any, I do. You do what? Accept your proposal. Where's my ring? How's spring? I think a spring ceremony would be lovely. Or we could skip the ring and just elope. Whoa, wow. I'd enjoy that. In the spring, I mean, not the eloping thing. If you're serious and not just making a joke. Maybe. Let's try to survive the night first, then maybe we'll consider flying to Vegas to be married by an Elvis impersonator or something. God, the concept of flying to Vegas is just so stressful sounding. Excuse me. Apologies. So what's your plan for convincing Sue to backstab Deko and join forces with us? Iris told me I get one chance at this, then I need to go with whatever I do best. If I talk this through with someone, maybe I can learn a different path. I'm open to ideas. How would you handle this? I think now that we know a bit more, someone who agrees to reach out to her, we should absolutely try to win over her heart. Can you even get a marriage license right now? I would think so. As long as a court's still open. If we approach as friends, waving the olive branch and trying to understand her heart a bit better, maybe we can make this work out for everyone. What do you think? Yes. I can see it. More flies with honey than vinegar, and so on. I'll consider a more friendly situation. Okay, sounds good, but really it's up to you. It'll be getting dark soon, so no sense putting this off. So let me know when you're ready to leave. Well, this is it. You can? I figured. Got those afternoon yawns, goodness. Either we sort this mess out, or Arcade Spirits crashes and burns. Or I get killed. I guess that's always an option, considering I'm about to go confront a street gang that indirectly got me shot in the first place. I don't even want to consider the possibility of death. I'm immortal until proven otherwise, but... well... this is the end. I should probably have some words with my friends before I march towards doom. I want to get their opinion on how I should approach Sue. And the care. It's that one fucking lady. Again. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Two, two, two. Do, 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 do. Okay. Let's see, I've already talked to Naomi. Who else do I want to talk to before I leave? Oh, man. You got chocolate? Hell yeah. Ashley. Ashley's wandering around the arcade floor, practicing what I can only assume are magical girl final attack sequences. Aren't you out of costume for that? Ashley finishes up a twirl before addressing me.
Nah.
You can take the magical girl out of the outfit, but you can't take the magical girl out of your heart. Plus, I'm practicing for the final boss fight. Aren't you ready? What? Matt, you dig role-playing games, right? Doesn't this feel like you're about to enter the final boss fight, like in every RPG ever? Yes, it does. I've made that joke like 3 times. Is it Sephiroth Tuxedo Mask? Yeah, kind of. I'd buy that shirt. That shirt's great. Look, you've gathered up all your team members. See also us, your friends. We've all hunkered down in a dark, damp cave. See also Arcade Spirits. Now we're having this epic sentimental chat about winning or losing. Yeah, this is the end of every Mass Effect game.
What if?
Although I do consider what class you'd be. As long as Sue doesn't metamorphosize into a 6-winged floating half-torso of a monster's Gregorian chants play in the background, I think I can handle it. Speaking of which, how are you going to handle it? I love that Shin Megami Tensei games. I have a few options floating around my head, but I was checking in with others to see what they recommend. If it was me, if it was me trying to take down the final boss, I'd give in to Sue's spunk and sass. Make it a bizarro final fight by playing to Sue's sense of adventure. Joke around with her. If we match up her antics with ours, we just might best her at her own silly game. Is this just to get my stats higher? Sue likes games, not being the butt of her own. No way of getting it back once you delete it? Well, that's pretty poor programming there, huh? I'm not sure leaving it to Jess and Japes is the best way. Oh, don't. Japes is one of those words. Best way to tackle Sue. While she seems to like fun and games, she's a very real threat to Arcade Spirits. There's got to be a better way. Is there a way you can save it somewhere else, John, and just access it on your iPad? I just know what I know, which is final boss fights. But I also know something else, which is to always trust Matt.
Yes!
Whatever you end up doing, I know you're going to save Arcade Spirits, and consequently, us all. Isn't that a little too hopeful? There's a very real chance I could fail this. This isn't some game. This is real life. Of course I realize that. But I gotta have hope. I believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself. And here's where I get really sappy. Ever since you came to the Funplex on that day, you've affected us all. You changed all our lives. And mine. For the better, of course. You're drawing saving a JPEG, but you can't access the layers to where... How do we take down a teenager? We need your expertise. Beat him in Fortnite! It's the only way. I've been watching you grow and change in this person before me, and you've inspired me to do the same. To become the person I want to be. So Matt, no matter what happens in there, just know that you made friends here. Friends that'll last a lifetime. Yeah, this is the absolute... This is absolute the end of every Mass Effect game. Ashley, you showed me the ropes on how to be a floor attendant. Without your guidance in those early days, I think I would have gotten eaten alive. True, I remember Gavin and Naomi being particularly hungry that day. Yeah, they were a little rough. But seriously, floor attendant friends gotta stick together. And just so you know, you've been a tremendously amazing friend. Ashley twiddles her fingers for a second and then deviates from the seriousness. Well, I know you've got things to do before the big fight. Just make sure you're stocked up on potions and don't forget to have the correct weapons equipped. Ashley, you know I never use, fucking consumables. Did you see the stats on it, though? Crutches do double damage to pesky teenagers. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Lemon was like, John, where do you save them in the first place? Like, you should save them somewhere else instead of just on your iPad. It doesn't show up in your iCloud? Well, iCloud's not a backup. iCloud is not a backup situation. Good to know. And Ashley, thanks for being so bright in this dark hour. You got it, friend. Now get out there and kick all the butts. Let's talk to Percy. Some try tried to argue with me that having 2 shiny parents would guarantee a shiny Pokemon egg. I mean, maybe in Gen 2. I normally do that on my Google Drive, but it doesn't save the layers. Well, if you save it as a JPEG, it won't save the layers, but you can't save it as a Procreate file. Saved as that, but it doesn't work. I don't want to tell you how to do things, John, but I would definitely look into a solution that allows you to save it as the file it needs to be, because like accidentally clicking delete and then losing everything and having no backup and no way to like fix it is like unacceptable. You know what I mean? There he is, having a beer and watching some fighting game tourney on the sports channel. Ah, Matt, you've heard the news then? That our archenemy is the father of our secondary archenemy? Yep.
Rather unfortunate.
Unpleasant business, that. Simply unpleasant. Wish I could offer you boundless enthusiasm and a show of confidence, but this whole situation's gotten rather out of hand, hasn't it? As a matter of investment, my advice at this stage would be to cash out while you still can. I mean, I know that you won't, but that's what I'd suggest. Life is short. Take it from me. Best to make the best of what you have than to lose it all. So, my apologies for my inability to offer pet talk. I'm afraid I'm rather melancholy today. It's okay, Percy. I'll take care of this little problem we're facing. And I'll hold out hope. I'm not certain as to how you'll do this, but I'll hold out hope nevertheless. Well, how would you do it, if you were willing to give it a go? Tricky. I don't know how effective it would be, but I try to approach as a friend, connect Sue on an individual level. It's gonna be difficult, mind you. She's young, she's got something to prove, she has friends she needs to impress. Digging through all of that to get to her heart, well, you're going to have to use a very large sword in the shape of a key. You got your work cut out for you, yes. It won't be easy, but I think I can do it. I've been considered taking a gentler approach, yeah. Thanks for the advice, Percy. Anytime, love. No matter what, if this turns violent again, you should take the better part of valor and run for it. You've got your youth and your health. Take it from someone sitting in the Reaper's waiting room. There's no sense hastening that meeting. He always seems to joke about his short lifespan, even if he's the only one who seems capable of laughing at it. Maybe I should really try to talk to him about this. Look, Percy, about your condition. Can I donate my heart? Are you sure your condition is truly a death sentence? Can nothing really be done? Percy, we love you. You're part of the Arcade Spirits family. I'd rather have you here with us enjoying Moopy rather than attending your funeral. I know everyone else feels the same way. You sure there's nothing left to do? He does seem taken a bit taken aback at the outpoint of sentiment, and pauses before replying. Matt, don't be sad. It's quite fine, really. I've made my peace with this. I've prepared to ensure my legacy continues long after I've passed. Don't forget, I'm reasonably wealthy, and charity will benefit from my passing, enriching the lives of others. No, death isn't my foe. He's become an ally, one I will walk with in time. But our focus tonight should be on you, not me. Don't let my situation weigh on your mind, not at this critical moment. I'll hear no more of it, understand? Fine.
Lovely.
Now, go out there and do right by your friends, and save our cared spirits. I've decided to hold out hope, after all. Lovely, isn't it? Obviously, Queen Bee is playing Fist of Discomfort, right? Am I in danger of, like... No, okay. I make my way to the FOD cabinet. I'm in no way surprised to see her playing. Although this time it's without the fancy rig and camera setup. It's just her.
Come on!
I hate playing against the AI. It's no challenge at all. I can do this with my flippin' eyes closed. Hey kid, jump in here and be my opponent. I know better than to do that, B. You'd pulverize me inside and out, and I'd be nothing but a human flesh puddle by the end. Yeah, I saw that. Sort of like how you're going to take down the Deco family? Huh? B definitely hits a button combination, which officially takes out her AI enemy. Removing herself from the cabinet, she pulls at her jacket, straightening it out. Imagine you going into Sue's hideout, kicking down the front door, guns a-blazing, yelling at the top of your lungs, and challenging Sue to one final showdown. What do you think? I think you've been talking too much with Ashley. Her imagination's rubbing off on you. Listen, Sue's a gamer, and we know she's got a bit of a competitive streak, right? Be confident and throw down your best shit talk. She won't be able to fight against it. She'll easily see we're superior to Daddy Dearest. As much as I'd like to, Sue doesn't like the spotlight being taken from her. I think there's a better way to handle this. Yeah, you might be right. No matter how you decide to take Sue out, as one of the 4 Heavenly Kings, I endorse you. In fact, I wouldn't have forgotten my career as a pro gamer if it wasn't for you. When you first showed up at the Funplex, I thought you were going to be easy fodder for me to crush beneath my heels. This is supposed to make me feel better. Hold on a minute, kid, let me finish. But as I got to know you, you weren't just another fan. You were a true friend. Sometimes when I'm frustrated, I look to you for inspiration. Brian, I have 2 of the Stalker games. Me? But I'm just mad.
Not bad.
Yeah, fucking A, right? Watching you overcome your fears and fight for arcade spirits, it makes my soul burn. Makes me realize I can overcome anything too. You gotta go to the doctor for that, B. Even my most hardcore battles. So we can go in there tonight? Don't have any doubt. You're a fucking badass person. And an even more badass friend. B, I'm so happy to have you as a friend. You've shown me the wild side of tournaments, victories, combined with a whole lot of swears. I'd never have a chance to experience if not for you. You're too sweet, kid. Glad to see you've got what it takes to be an esports superstar. But seriously, you're the superstar. Okay, can't handle any more of this mushy friendship shit. I'm gonna ruin my reputation as the most radical person here. We can't have that. I don't think anyone believes you are less than radical.
Hey, thanks.
Now go do your thing. And don't forget to kill him dead. I'm about to retort, she beats me to it. I mean that literally, not figuratively. Ta. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? I mean, let's just go down the list, right? Let's find Gavin looming large over the arcade floor behind the ticket desk. Seems he was expecting me. So our complications have developed complications. Seems to be the case. And you'd like my advice on the matter? Seems to be the case. Be clear with Sue. Be honest. Are you ready to rise to whatever challenge she poses to you?
Perhaps.
If you let her make the first move, you can counter move through improvisation. I know you're talented at it. Use that talent to help let her set up her own traps and step in them. Treat her with respect. But in the end, she's just a kid. You can outthink a teenager, I'd like to believe.
This matter seriously.
If you take the situation seriously and approach with a clear mind, no doubt you win the day. Agreed? That sounds about right. Going ready to form a strategy based on the conditions on the ground. Play out that strategy with a calm hand. Precisely the way I'd handle it. Gonna put you on the TV, lay down, need a break. Oh yeah, no worries, Lemon. No worries. Enjoy your rest. You know, when you first came to the Funplex, I had serious doubts about you. I'd assume you just fill a seat and do the low-level labor while I focused on higher-order management tasks. So I've largely kept my distance. Or tried to, out of professional respect. But I can't help to have come to know you over the time we've spent together. You're not a minimum wage trainee any longer. You've taken opportunity and run with it, developing not only the Funplex, but a whole new arcade as well. I know we're facing a difficult challenge. I'm not going to blindly assume everything will be fine either.
Certainly.
But I know if this is possible, if we can stave off bankruptcy, you'll be capable of doing it. Thank you, Gavin. I'm glad I've earned your respect. Worked hard to get us all where we are today, and I don't intend to let any of you down. Of that I have no doubt. All that remains for me is to wish you the best in your efforts tonight. Do Arcade Spirits proud. Do us all proud. Here, let me double check. Okay, cool. Here we go. There's one place I just know I'm going to find Teo. And when I get there, he's already on stage, grooving to the beat. It's exactly like the day I first encountered Teo. Not a care in the world besides the BPMs and the flashing lights surrounding him. Never skip a day, do you? Even when impending doom is nigh? Even when we're about to go head-to-head with Sue? I think I might have missed a couple days when I got the flu once. But seriously, just think about you facing up against Deco's daughter worried the heck out of me. That's why I hopped on Showtime stage, to quell that anxiety. Dancing's a good way to clear the mind and work off some stress. Teo wipes the sweat from his brow as he hops down from the cabinet to join me on the arcade floor. Teo's carefree nature shreds. He looks me dead in the eyes. Matt, you don't realize how you've impacted us all, do you? I know it may seem like it, but all of us is impacted by how what you've done for us and for your arcades. Oh, yo! I just got my GoFest medal. Yeah, GoFest! Woo! GoFest 2020! Woo!
Thank you.
We are all super grateful. Especially me and my crew. You've helped me grow my community of dancers and kept us from harm. Especially, even when we tend to break the fire codes. I feel like you took the charge for that. I just provided a place for you all to play Showtime stage. Exactly, without you, my crew, no, me. I wouldn't have been able to grow without your guidance. You've taught me so much. Since I met you, you've shown that it's possible to care for others and care for your own needs. For that, I'm truly honored to be your friend. Friends are so important to me. Through the Funplex, I've made such close ones too. I can't wait to see what the future holds for all of us. Without my friends, I'd be lost. And we'd be lost without you. Lost in the sea of beeps and boops. I smile at Teo. He's always got a way to bring up the mood. And right now I could use that brightness. Your words are comforting, but Teo, with you and everyone else counting on me, maybe I should get on the stage and dance. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't stressed. And you have every right to be. You have to find a way to convince Sue to join our side. I don't envy you right now, Matt. Not one bit. By the way, how are you going to do it? What's the plan? I'm still trying to figure that out exactly. What'd you do if you were me? Teo takes a moment to really think it over. Sue's still a teenager, right? Very much so. What do teenagers do best? Rebel? Precisely. How do they rebel? By doing what they want when they want. They're all about having fun. Appear to her sense of adventure and mischief. You're sure to convince her if you act as childish as she will. This isn't like a game of hide and seek. She's smarter and wilder than that. Being silly isn't going to do me any favors on winning her favor. You always know best, Matt. No matter what happens in there, Mateo and his wily crew dancers have always got your back. You're part of my community after all. A bond like that never dies. Thank you for always believing in me. No problem, my friend. I'll go out there and show them your moves. Who else do I want to talk to before I leave? Juniper, hi. Juniper, one of like 5 times we've interacted in this game. Ugh. Juniper having some lemonade at the bar. Granted, she sort of hates sipping it, clearly looking frustrated.
Come on.
This whole situation is total poop butts. She lets out a heavy sigh as I approach.
That sucks.
You just dug yourself out of the hole your life had become, and now you're gonna lose another arcade? It sucks. Seriously, sucks. Arcade Spirits isn't lost yet. But it's not like you have a total plan for how to save it right yet. Other than go talk to someone who may or may not help. Honestly, that's as much of a plan as I ever have. And right now, it's as good a plan as we're gonna get. If you were going in my place, how would you handle this? Well, I guess there's two tricks I'd try. One, she's a teenager, right? A rebel to the core. Be a rebel, a dissident, a class clown. Connect with her on that level. Make her feel you're wild too. Two, she's a teenager, right? Remember being young and totally stupid? Let her make a mistake, then outthink her. Yay, Goat Fest. No, I'm late. Your label maker just... No, that's fine, Pokepups. That's fine. Do you play Go? I feel like half the Pokemon community plays Go and the other half don't. And I'm never sure who, you know, who does and who doesn't. I could outthink her, sure. When it comes to strategy, I've got more experience under my belt than she'd have. I can outthink her should it come to that. Exactly.
Definitely.
You know, I'm proud of you. You come so far from the Cater family curse days, where you blame all your misfortunes on fickle fate. Instead, you're diving in and try to strangle fate with its own strings. And I want you to know, win or lose, I'll still be here.
BFFs for life.
I'm your best friend, arcade or no arcade. Even if you lose this place, you'll always have a home. I'll make you pizza bagels and give you a shoulder to cry on. Thank you, Juniper. Your support means a lot to me. You're my best friend forever, my BFF, and that will never change. Oh, you're making my blush, you big goof. Okay, I'm sufficiently cheered up thanks to your infectious spirit. You're an extreme casual, maybe once or twice a week, maybe a third day on good weeks. I honestly, like, I don't think I could, like, yo, Twig, what's going on? I don't think I could go back to playing, like, casually at this point. Like, I open it every single day, multiple times a day, you know. I don't think that there's any way I could like play that casually. Like, you open it three times a week. I open it at minimum 3 times a day. But yeah, Arcade Spirits is good, Twig. We're just about to have kind of like the final. We're about to wrap it up. Matt picked the wrong person and got shot. Now he's having a final battle. I did get shot. That is a truthful statement. That is a truthful statement. You can't play casually. Once you play comp, you can't go back. Yeah, and you gotta have a different mindset when you play comp, you know? You have to stay on top of it. You know? You have to keep up with it. You have to keep aware of it. Blah, blah, blah. So that makes sense. Oh. Whoa. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Where? Okay. So they just announced some stuff for GoFest. They announced the Ultra Unlocks for GoFest. I can't find the original. I'm just trying to find the original Niantic post. It's not on Cerebi either. So I got this on G2G Media. This got posted 22 minutes ago. So this is probably like somebody had a time post for, you know, info. So, day 1 of GoFest, we will have 32 global challenges to complete. So remember, for GoFest, this is the big thing where we're trying to complete all of these special researches, right? For every 8 challenges we complete, we unlock an ultra unlock week, which is like a special event after the fact. So if we complete 24, we unlock all 3 ultra unlock weeks, which means basically if we complete these challenges, we'll have extra events to look forward to, right? How do I keep up with everything? Teach me how to social media. I'm just always looking at everything. Here's how you social media, John. First, be depressed for like multiple years, develop an addiction to social media, and have ADHD. After that, you'll be fine. So we got info here. Dragon Week, which is the first one, we'll have an increase in wild spawn Pokemon in raids, and there'll be a shiny Dino will be newly introduced to the game. Enigma Week, which is awesome. It will have, oh wow, if we get Enigma Week, it'll be all psychic type Pokemon. We'll have LGM introduced into the game. If we and new shinies will have Staryu family and shiny Deoxys. You know, Brian just got real. Brian just started vibrating. Gonna do the shit out of some Deoxys raids. And then for the third one, we'll have Unova Week, which will see Swaddle, Cottonee enter the game, and a Mulga and a new regional of Bouffalant, with shiny Genesect entering the game and shiny Roggenrola. So, shit, this is gonna be amazing. New regional. It doesn't say here. It doesn't say here. Yeah, good top stuff. So if you're doing GoFest, make sure what they say is make sure you're looking at your today view to keep on track of the challenges. Everything for the challenges will be on the today view, right? And if you haven't noticed, they've updated it really well. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see all the news for upcoming stuff, right? So if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see the upcoming news posts. Make sure you're keeping up on the news posts there. I'll try to post as much stuff in the Discord as I can manage. I'll post guides and tweets and stuff in the Pokemon Go Discord channel. So make sure. Remember when you said there won't be any new Galarian forms in Swish? Yup. Bouffalant hype. There's no... I don't... John, you said 2 unrelated sentences. You said 2 unrelated sentences. No, new regional in Go. What are you saying? You're not listening. You're not listening. Or I said a word wrong. Either way. Either way. But okay. So, I assume by regional you meant new form? No, for Pokemon Go. I really like cheese. Who else wants to see the prices on new gaming systems? Yeah. Yeah, regional in Pokemon Go means a very different thing. I like how you're like they already released Bouffalant in the DLC. Why would there be another form? Come on, John. John just immediately. I gotta say, I love John to death. His excitement, very infectious. I can get behind this. But you're so eager to jump to that thing, man. It's so funny. You're so eager to make that jump. But all right. So now we've seen the news. They gotta release freaking shiny Heracross at some point. Can they just do that? Like, Niantic, please, can you please release shiny Heracross at some point? That'd be really cool. That'd be great. Like, but okay. Okay. Let's get back to this. I don't know if you're gonna get a game system. I think you might save it for PC upgrade instead. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to. I gotta replace my PS4 because my PS4 is freaking just busted, which I'm not happy about. And I'm hoping to get I still kind of want to get a digital only Xbox, so that I've got something for Game Pass Ultimate. But that's it. All right. You have a PS4 and a Switch? Yeah. With that, you're golden. But yeah, I only want to get an Xbox for Game Pass Ultimate. That's literally it. So I can stick that in another room. But oh my god, y'all, we're moving everything in our house. Aaron and I were talking. So I've talked on stream before about like how I plan to move stuff in this room, right? Like we were gonna move the TV and my desk and all this. So I've talked about that before. So Aaron and I were talking about it, and I was doing, you've probably noticed like a handful of things start, disappearing from this side of the frame. There was some stuff over there. So I've started moving some of that stuff out to sort of prep for it. But talking with Aaron about it, we were talking about like logistics, like we were measuring and figuring, and it's like, okay, I don't think there's going to be space for all of this, how we want to do it. So we're talking about it, measuring, and then we're looking, and we're like, yeah, this definitely is not going to fit. So now the plan is we're basically going to move this room into, so we have a 2-bedroom apartment. This is the guest room. We're going to move the guest room into our master bedroom. The master bedroom is going to become our living room, right? That's where we're going to move the couch. That's where we're going to move the nice TV. That's where we're going to move all of that's where we're going to do our living. You know what I mean? Which is great because that's going to mean a lot more room for ring fit and stuff like that. Another reason to get my PS4 back is that I can set up my PSVR with a nice amount of space, and that's where Aaron's desk is going to go. So then my desk is going to go out into the living room. A bunch of stuff out there is going to move around. It's going to, oh my god. We were talking it through, and it's like, imagine moving every single piece of furniture in your apartment to somewhere else. You have an idea of what we're talking about undertaking, and it's like, I'm happy for it. I'm excited. It's going to be good. It's going to be good once it's done. But getting there. We just did that. It's horrible during the process. Yeah, that is the part I am not looking forward to. That is the part I am not looking forward to, is the getting there. But everything else, once it's done, I'm gonna be really happy, It's like one of those little square puzzles where you can only freely move one space. Yeah. Want it all done so you did it in 2 days? Oh my, we physically couldn't do it in 2 days. I mean, we're gonna have to do half of it is gonna happen at the same time. We can't move the couch and not move the bed, because the bed is taking the space that the couch is in, and the couch is taking the space that the bed is in. So that'll probably happen next weekend, but it's just so much stuff. It's just so much stuff. But it'll be great once it's done. It'll be great once it's done. And I'll have a sort of nicer streaming area. I'll have a little bit more space. So, all right, let's do this. Let's polish this off, huh? Of course, your OCD makes charts, did measurements, so you'd end day 1 goal and a finish goal. I can help you plan. Yeah, that's what I was saying the other day. Pokepups was because it's something has to go in that space, and this needs to move, this needs to move. We were figuring out okay, what needs to be the first things we do? What's the first things we need to start working on? And I've got 1 or 2 of those that I'm in charge of. So we're getting there. You know what I mean? It's a start. It just needs to start, and I'm probably gonna start on that today. Or maybe tomorrow, who knows? But all right, let's polish this off. Let's polish this off. No sense putting it off any longer. I talked to everyone that I wanted to and gathered as much information as I could. Just delaying the inevitable at this point. It's time to do this for the sake of my future, my dreams, my friends' dreams, arcade spirits itself. Sending pictures does help moving stuff. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. The hardest bit is going to be moving the couch and moving the bed. We're moving 2 tables, but one table's just going across the room, and the other table, the legs come off, so it's easy to move. The couch needs to go into the bedroom, which there's our hallway is an L, right? So there's not a lot of space for like moving and shifting, so that's going to be the hardest part. That's going to be the hardest part, is getting the couch out of this room and then finagle it. Hey, Bell Plays, thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? How are you doing? Everybody go check out Bell Plays. Bell's a friend of mine. She just started streaming. Last I heard, she was getting close to affiliate. She might have done it since the last time we chatted. But please go check her out. I wasn't following you, shame on me. It happens. It happens, right? It happens. You forget, or you go, oh, I'm sure I did it. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, so like moving the bed and the couch is gonna be the hardest part. But that's probably gonna be the last thing, or the second to last thing. So we'll see. I'm hoping to not have to take a day. Yo! Heather, thank you so much for the sub. Holy cow. Holy cow. You did not need to do that. You did not need to do that. I don't know why that happened. I need to look at that again. Yo, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, let me hit this shout out properly. John usually does it as soon as I mention it. But yeah, please go check out my friend. Please go check out my friend Heather. Oh, you're streaming Magic. Hang on. No, you're good, John. You're good. You just usually do it the second I mention it. You're fine. I'm just poking at you. But yeah, how's Magic been? The last I saw you were streaming Dead by Daylight. But okay. Oh. I take Naomi's hand in mine as a soft smile curls my lips. We're ready to part and face our destiny together. This is literally just the end of Mass Effect 1. This is just the Arcade Spirits is just Mass Effect 1. I said it. This is like a picture of a place. This is like a real place. Oh, I hope you get it, John. Honestly, I hope you do. Yeah, Heather, thank you so much again for that sub. I really appreciate it. It's a short trip across town. Before we know it, we're standing outside Ghost Monsters HQ, a rundown warehouse in the bad side of town. A wooden sign, long since fallen off the side of the building, identifies it as belonging to Nostalgia Commodities Incorporated. This is creepy. Who would want to hang out around here? A weird street gang that's called Ghost Monsters. Like, what do you even... Just stream whatever you're happy to be playing. Usually getting my butt kicked in something. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And that's a good thing to stream, though. Like, stream what you're interested in, you know? That helps some, at least. The rats and the cockroaches are probably locked in an eternal war for supremacy. Can you think of a better place for a street gang to lay low? Odds are Deco owns this building anyway. Correct. Nostalgia Commodities Inc. is a wholly owned subsidiary of Deco's Palace LLC. Oh, good. So Daddy Dearest also owns her secret pirate tree fort. We've come this far, though. No turning back now, right? Right. I'm gonna try to stay in the background on this one, but if I see an opening, someplace where I know I can do some good in the conversation, I'll jump in. Let's do this. I sigh once, looking over at my companion. I'm sure glad I'm not going at this alone. I'm nervous for sure, but I know what I have to do. I settle down on my crunches. My crunches? My crutches, armpits resting on the padding as I prepare to enter the belly of the beast.
Hey, listen.
What's up, Iris? Kind of about to be in the middle of something here. I know, and I've spontaneously programmed myself to include a new measurable metric which should be useful for your mission. I call it the incredibly right indicator of success. The iris. Try to finish up Doki Doki tonight. It's your first playthrough and it hasn't been spoiled yet. Ooh. Ooh. Best of luck there, and congrats on you for not being spoiled. Congrats on you for not being spoiled. Or Iris for short. Hey, when you got a good acronym already, you may as well use it. I'm gonna start analyzing Sue's vocal patterns once you step in there to determine how close you are to convincing her. That way, you'll know if you're on the right track or if you need to try something different. Let's take a look at your current score. Currently, you have a 0.0 chance of success. Yay? Well, okay. It's probably a bit disheartening, but think of it as if I walked away right now, I'd fail miserably instead of I'm doomed. But speaking of doom, well, since there is a chance you can actually fail this time, rather than be assured you can mumble way through the program, would you like me to back up your data first? Yeah, let's save. Hey, listen. Make a save. That's fine. You know, something happens. The game came with a trigger warning. I just know what. Yes. That trigger warning is the big reason I have not played it myself. I know enough about it to know, like, the thing that happens and all that jazz. But yeah, that trigger warning is the big reason. Which is fine. You know, I know what it is. I know how it fits in the story. I understand it, but don't fuck it up. Yeah, don't fuck it up. That's just good general advice. Taking a deep breath, I swing my way into the warehouse on my crutches with my companion beside me. I don't know what I expected to find on entering the lair of a notorious gang of cybercriminals, but a makeshift arcade that rivals my own was not high on the list. This is a dumping ground of a warehouse for Deco's industry. It makes sense though, a place where old arcade games go to die, turned into a play yard for punks. Disorganized maze of games litters the ground floor, poorly lit and barely functional. Only some of the screens are on, and some have serious ghosting and burn in. As for the ghost monsters themselves, the good news is they haven't noticed our arrival. As I look up, I can see them on the second floor, in the catwalks. Huh, they seem distracted. That's good news. Bad news? They're distracted because they have a visitor.
Unfortunate.
How unfortunate, I have to say, Sue. I'm extremely disappointed in you. It's hard to get a good angle from down here, hidden in the shadows, but it sounds like the old man's ranting at his daughter in his usual passive-aggressive way. I could stay hidden, eavesdrop on their conversation, gather some more information. Or I could announce myself and barge in on them. Both are risky. But which makes the most sense for how I'm going to have to handle the investigation I'm about to have, though? Eavesdrop, learn more! I motion for Naomi to stay quiet as we lurk in the shadows below the catwalks above. You should be out there doing what you agreed to do, not hiding away in your clubhouse. The clubhouse I pay the rent for, I should add. You want to keep your little playground, yes? Hard for me to do if some competitor rises to hurt my bottom line.
Pay attention.
Look at me when I'm talking to you, Sue. I'm trying to explain how the world works. Pay attention. Yes, Dad. It's hard to tell from this angle, but I could swear she said that through gritted teeth. There's a certain forced tone to it as well.
Am I not generous?
I don't ask for much, I feel. I look the other way when you and your friends cause trouble. I bear you out of jail. I let you skip school as often as you want. All told, I feel I've been a lenient father who understands and appreciates his daughter's inclinations. Like you know the first fucking thing about me. What was that? Speak up. I can't hear you. And don't look at your little friends. Look at me. Reluctantly, Sue's eyes meet her father's. Yes, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad.
You understand, yeah?
All I want from you is so very, very little. It's what you'd be doing anyway, really. Go back there and keep causing trouble for arcade spirits. Or do you really want me to pull back all my support for your little gang? Leave you twisting in the wind at the mercy of the cybercrime task force? Of course not, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad. I think I'm starting to understand the situation. We're now at 25%. That's so much better than we had. She's under his thumb, but not by choice, and she hates it. Good. Now then, why haven't you finished the job? Oh, come on, I almost fucking died thanks to invading Lonely Chainsaw Turf. If we go back there, I'm hearing excuses, Sue. Thought you were made of stuffers tough than that. Some delinquents are chasing you away? Really? How are you going to eventually inherit my empire if you can't stand up to some school brats? I don't think you've ever had a gun pulled on you, Deco. Like I want your damn empire.
Pay attention.
Speak up, I said. Quit looking at the floor. And we lock eyes through the metal grate flooring she's standing on. Her hands go to her hips in an overly confident fashion as she bends over, like a child finding a lucky penny on the sidewalk. Well, 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 what do you know? Crap, she spotted us. Inky, Blinky, we have guests. She snaps her fingers, a sudden aura of command about her as she's distracted from the verbal beatdown by her father, and goons swarm, flanking us. We quickly hustle up the stairs, well, as quickly as I can manage on crutches. Now's the time to use this movement to my advantage, and I know just what to say. What you say? Can't say I expected to find you here. What would your shareholders say if they knew where you spend your evenings? Deco's face twists into a grotesque blend of anger and fear. What in the hell? I can't be seen here. If any record ends up online? Jeez, Dad, relax. Clyde. On cue, Clyde steps out of the shadows, their fingers dancing over their phone as they concentrate on the screen. Both of them has phones. One has an Iris Assistant loaded. We're blocking their outgoing data streams. There seems to be no verifiable data evidence of this conversation uploaded anywhere. Can't stop Matt's Iris from hearing you, but I can hijack his account if you need me so we can manually wipe her memory. Just say the word. Yeah, we'll see. Thanks, Clyde. Clyde nods in agreement, backing out of the spotlight. Happy now, Dad? You're clear. Quit freaking out.
As you like.
Not that it matters. My business with this Mr. Cater is already concluded. I gave you a chance to escape your crumbling little arcade, and you turned me down. If you have no vision, I have nothing further to say to you. Actually, we're not here to talk to you. I came here tonight to have a little chat with, wait for it, your daughter. Timing's everything. How did you...
Well, you're a resourceful one. A squeaky clean arcade industry titan can't let anyone know about his hooligan daughter, can he? No. So I've had to keep that under wraps. Good work sleuthing it out. But I can't say I'm impressed that you came here after you told me to f*** off.
Well, I did kick them out of the arcade. That won't be a point in my favor right now. I mean, that seems like a weird thing to, like, hold against me. Like, of course I told you to fuck off. You were fucking up my arcade. What did you expect? That's a weird thing to be upset about.
You know, I tried to play nice with you. I tried to explain how it was nothing personal. The chaos we were causing for you. And you were super rude about it. Totally rude.
Fuck off. Again. It's not like I chose to wreck your arcade. I didn't have a choice, as you probably figured out. Honestly, I liked your arcade. It ruled. You also laughed in her face. That's fair. I'll take that. I laughed in her face. That's fair. I'll take that one. I'll own that. That's fair. I laughed in her face at the ideal that she could, like, fuck up my arcade and just come back tomorrow like ain't nothing happened. But I don't like to be a no-fun jerk, and you're absolutely a no-fun jerk. Absolutely, totally, completely no fun. So why exactly should I give a flying fuck what you have to say? Precisely. I see your game, Mr. Cater. It's as obvious as the sad little strategic moves you've made so far to keep your arcades afloat. Sadly, nothing you say or do will save arcade spirits from my inevitable takeover. This is simply how the industry works. Now, Sue, it's time to finish what you started. He pulls out a gun. Sue shifts her attention from her father back to me. It's hard to read what she's thinking, but I have to think of something to calm the tension. I step forward, my fists clenched, ready. But before words escape me, someone is by my side. Don't listen to this crusty old casino-loving, arcade-hating jerk, Sue. You don't have to keep propping up his business. You're a strong, independent hacker who don't need no CEO. Okay, that's pretty good.
Seriously?
Who don't need no man is one of my favorite, like, weird references.
If you think you could come here and convince my daughter to turn on me, you're sorely mistaken.
Look at his bad comb-over. I just noticed that.
Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence.
How does he have power? That's the weirdest thing.
She can rely on at all times. Without me, what is she? Just a simple thief with simple friends.
Oh, there we go. The ghost monsters exchange glances with each other, frowning and rolling their eyes, but they don't utter a word or move against Deco. They clearly want to pounce, but hold themselves back.
but I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. Oh, and I also put a roof over her head, feed her, and clothe her. I spare no expense.
You're asking how a millionaire has power? It just seems weird that like I own arcades, I'm very powerful, but I guess it's the same as it is anywhere.
In other words, she knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice. After all,
Man, he's talking himself into his own hole. I didn't even need to do anything.
Knows all. And in the world of arcades, Dekonami knows and controls all. You can't stop that. You can't fight it, and you can't win.
I didn't even need to say anything. I just needed to like show up.
So, if you would kindly show our friend the exit as forcefully as you like, perhaps make a game of it. See if your buddies can wreck the other leg.
Seriously? Vindictive much? 4.5 hours later, and my internet will finally allow the stream. How is your internet still so bad? How? Do I need to show up and like fight your internet? I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening. Today was a ridiculous blip. I don't understand. Wherever I've lived, I've always had very solid internet. Maybe I'm just lucky. Do it. Fine. Inky Pinky, bounce them both. With a flick of the wrist, Sue gestures for her buddies to make us into street pizza. This is it. This is the moment. I need to say something that'll convince Sue to do the impossible. To flip on her control freak father. It has to be something absolutely true to my core, to who I've become as a person. Time for Matt Cater to pull one more rabbit out of his hat. Oh, look at that. I challenge you to a pizza bagel eating contest. Oh my god, all of these are good. Okay, I gotta throw this out there. Pizza bagel eating contest? That sounds great. A one-on-one video game showdown? That's amazing. I wish I could pick those. Both of those sound great. This feels wrong, Sue. I'm not talking about kicking us out or kicking us around. I'm talking about you taking orders from him. Okay, I was a jerk to you when I kicked you out. I'll own up to that. I did. But clearly you're a woman with power who commands respect. I see that now. What's someone like you doing playing lackey for someone like Dekonami? Liking to... Finale challenge is wildly different depending on your top person. That, like... I just love that it swings from, like, impassioned speech to let's eat a bunch of bagel bites to 1v1 me, scrub. Like... You love arcades, but you're working for someone who loads them while doing his dirty laundry. If you'll hear me out, I know I can help you see that too. You're stronger than Deco. You don't need him, he needs you. But if you'd rather mash us into paste, well, I stand on one foot, arms wide, to make it a bit easier for her. Do as you wish. They're just full of complex emotions and options. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying the thing... I appreciate the scale. I appreciate the scale. Are you quite done babbling yet?
A foolish fool.
Get this over with, Sue. I'm done dealing with this fool. And yet, Sue's holding up a hand to stop the two goons she was about to sick on us. What are you waiting for, young lady? I said to get rid of them. It's just babbling, right? So who cares? How does Twitch even work? Today is dedicated to me trying to learn all your new affiliate options. Oh yeah, fun. Enjoy all your new affiliate stuff. Have you gotten any of the have you gotten any like emotes or anything? Specifically, why do you care, Dad? You afraid Matt will say something you don't want your dear daughter to hear?
I run the show. Not
Well,
you.
I want to hear this out. If you don't want to hear it, nobody's keeping you here, old man. What? Shh. The adults are talking. Deco's visibly seething, but Sue's taking the floor. Deco crosses his arms in defiance, but obstinate as daughter continue. Okay, Matt, okay. You got a temporary reprieve from my boys making you into Picasso. Maybe you're not quite the no-fun jerk that I peg you for. Say what you came to say. But if I'm not like super duper incredibly swayed by your amazing charisma, you're out the door, or possibly the window. I keep looking at the tab and getting overwhelmed. I would say don't worry about it. You know? Take it in your own time. You know? There's nothing there right now that you need to have before the next time you stream. You know, in the way that it's like, oh yeah, you have to have this or you're doing it wrong. Like, yeah, you know, whatever. Find, you know, find, you know, find a thing that you want, do that first, you know. This is it, my chance to convince Sue. I have to do this, and it's not just me. I've had Naomi beside me, lifting me up to look over at my love, my heart, and smile.
Yeah.
You got this. Yeah, we probably won't die. I believe in you. You've got a pure heart, one that beats with the passion of 1,000 arcades. You've been looking at Fiverr for emote commissions and stuff. So the one suggestion I would say is don't work with Fiverr. I've gotten none of my art off of Fiverr. I've reached out and worked with people directly on Twitch, and for me at least, it was a much nicer experience. It was a much nicer experience overall. I just heard from a friend that they got somebody on they got some art on Fiverr, and it was apparently ripped off from somebody else. Like it was art that they had sold to someone else. So okay, so I'm not so good with metaphors, but still, I know if anybody can reach Sue, it's you. Huh, impressive loyalty there. You know, I like you. Always good to see another lady out there rocking the technology sector. Thanks. I like you too, I think. Using Fiverr for emotes, somehow completely lucked out with an extremely light person, completely custom made. Letting do Pokemon stuff though. I mean, that's fine. I'm not saying that like everybody on Fiverr is trash or anything like that, but I would kind of rather work with somebody on a personal basis, you know what I mean? Instead of like through a thing like that, you know what I mean? That's just Oh, nice. The definitive story, the definitive edition stuff is coming to the PS4 version. That's nice. Okay, so you messed up my lovely, wonderful arcade, but yeah, sorry about that. Okay, Matt, lay it on me. What is it that makes Ponytail Girl dig you so much? Let's hear your case. Deep breaths. Count to 10. Refocus myself. Yeah, that's the big thing. That's the big thing I'm still missing. I'm missing like a logo, some good branding. Like that's the big thing. It's been kicking it's been kicking around in my head for a little bit. But we'll see. I slow my racing pulse, bringing this down to something more heartfelt, more personal. I have to connect with Sue, empathize with her. Oh, I know who to work with, Pokepubs. Trust me. It's just what it's just, you know, what I'm gonna do. All of that. Yeah. This isn't just about being convincing. I need to befriend her and lay bare the emotional truths in her heart. Oh, is that who you're working with on Fiverr? I didn't know Riley was on Fiverr. Or is that not who you meant? Okay. I glanced at Iris on my phone screen. Okay. I was gonna say, I was like, I didn't know Riley was on fire at all. Who simply shrugs. We're entering far more subtle territory. I can't rely on her to tell me what responses may or may not work. It's time to be the best I can be on my own. I have 4 more attempts to sway Sue. Oh, buddy. Well, let's first appeal to her love of arcades. You love arcades. You've got pixels in your heart, Sue. I mean, look at this place. It's amazing. You built one heck of an arcade here. Also, your friends have a fun place to relax and enjoy themselves. It's not that great. A lot of games are busted. True. I see some monitor blurred in and a few corrupted ROMs. Those are telltale signs. Some of the power supplies are probably shot. But I bet I could get a lot of these games fixed up and working in no time at all. Whoa, seriously? You clearly love games just like I do. You've got the spirit of a retro gamer. I can see now that when you hurt my games, it wasn't because you wanted to. You've never willingly hurt a game. So I'd be happy to help. Seriously? You think you could appeal to her love of these pieces of garbage?
Such a shame.
The only reason she has any of these games is because I couldn't find space in a landfill for them. They're my cast-offs. What's to love? Damn it, Dad, they're not junk. When I was a kid, I used to love going to your arcades. Bring your daughter to work day was a treat. I got to have fun and enjoy all those great games. I felt special, like I was a special kid because my daddy ran an arcade. I felt good, like you were this amazing person I would look up to. Then you started throwing them out and replacing them with fucking slot machines and mobile game ports. Sensing is losing her, Deco switches tactics.
Am I not generous?
And I gave you the games you loved, see? They're all down there. Instead of throwing them out, I gave you a very generous gift. As my beloved daughter. It's not going to be enough to just say she loves games. I have to take Deco down a peg. So Deco, you can't have it both ways. Are the games pure garbage, suitable for nothing but a landfill? Or are they treasures to bestow upon your daughter? I can't say I'm impressed if you think the arcade version of a pile of used tissues is a worthy gift for a loved one.
See?
Exactly, Matt gets it. I can see through your bullshit, old man. You hate arcades. The only reason you run one is for the cash flow. Sucker board every minute, right? Even if the suckers you prey on are kids, you don't give a damn. It's all about that bottom dollar and nothing more. So don't act like you were being nice and giving me gifts. I rescued these games from you. But I've done so much for you, given you so many gifts, even beyond games. So not turning up for my piano recital in 4th grade, that was a gift? Fucking, we're getting to the real shit here. How about when you told me to make do with shirts with holes in them because you didn't want to splurge on new clothes? That's fucked. I was teaching you independence, strength of character. You taught me all I can rely on is myself because you don't want to offer me shit. And you expect me to fall in line when you need something? Starting to see the inequality here, Pops. Good. That's got Sue on my side. You have 3 more attempts. I think there's a pretty simple indicator of how much Deco cares about you, Sue. He nearly got you killed. He didn't know that was lovely chainsaw territory when he asked us to go to Arcade Spirits. Did you tell him? Of course. And how did he react? He didn't care.
I don't fall.
Why should I? Some pathetic little gang of campfire scouts pretending to be a menace to society? They're nothing. I'd like to think my daughter and her friends are clever enough, strong enough to overcome such nonsense. Except, they nearly killed her. That giggling gathering of girls proved a bit more dangerous than you thought they'd be, Deco. No doubt the shooter would have Peter Pants in fear before getting the nerve to pull the trigger if you hadn't startled her. Making some assumptions there, Deco. For all you know, they're sociopaths to the core. And now, you're pushing her to go back into their turf. A hard lesson, but one she must learn. If Sue can't learn to rise to such mediocre challenges, she won't be ready to inherit my empire.
Understand. Yeah?
Am I a harsh tutor? Perhaps. But I know Sue will be stronger for facing her fears, worthy of the challenges to come in running Deco's palace. So not only did he ignore your warnings, but now he wants you to go back into the line of fire? What kind of loving father would push you out there in front of a firing squad just so you can tear down a little arcade like mine? What kind of vindictive, spiteful bastard do you have to be to sacrifice your own daughter to... Yeah, okay, you made your point. Dad, seriously, fuck you if you won't listen to me. I told you this would happen, and you didn't give a fuck. So no. Oh, 99.97. The fucking magic number. It only took 2 tries. So no, I'm not going back there. End of discussion.
How dare you?
You disobedient. It's a question of strategy. You want Matt squished? There's ways to do it that don't require me getting shot at. But you don't care about that. No. Too impatient. Too jealous. So you've shoveled it in my lap. Well, fuck you. I'm not making the same mistake twice. Glad you could see reason on that one. So you like arcade spirits, right? How about I lift the ban on you returning? Clearly you don't actually want to wreck my business. If you agree to stop pushing Deco's agenda by messing with arcade spirits, you can swing by any time you like. I'll even comp you some tokens. Sound good? Absolutely. Except for, you know, the small problem with a lovely chainsaw is lying in wait to finish the job and put me in the dirt. Afraid that a couple bucks of tokens won't go real far in paying for my funeral. I appreciate the offer and all, but honestly, if I wanted to come back, I'd come back, bans or not. There's bigger things at play than what I want, though. But she raises a hand, shutting me down. Done talking about this. Well, I'm still at 99.97. I was just like, yo, like, after all this, like, there's no hard feelings. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Heather. Well, listen, we've got one attempt left, and we've got the most important one. The power of, if there's anything I've learned watching Power Rangers, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, anime in general, it's that the power of friendship is the most important bond and the strongest thing of overcoming all obstacles. There's something I've been paying close attention to as we spar back and forth like this. The ghost monsters. They're trying to be unreadable, just part of the background noise of the scene, but I can read them. Clyde especially is looking like they're holding back a lot of feelings. Sue, do you think that without Deco you'd be alone? What about them? I gestured to the 3 supremely buff dudes and the nervous-looking individual accompanying them, all in their color-coordinated clothes. I think you're forgetting the ghost monsters. They're more than a gang. They're your friends. They'll support you, if Deco won't. If he tries to burn you, they'll stand in front of the flames. You've got the power of friendship on your side, whereas your father doesn't have a friend in the world and needs to rely on you. What, this smattering of thugs and children? You think they keep her out of jail? You think they can feed her or clothe her? Laughable. I'd do that. I don't care if it takes my whole allowance, or if I have to go get a real job. I'd help her if you won't. Clyde, this isn't... No. Sue, please listen to me. I don't like speaking up. And your dad, he scares me. Matt is right. We're your friends. And we'll be here for you, right? Hell yeah! Ghost monsters, ride or die! 20th century television sitcoms teach us that a group of self-chosen friends is the new family structure of America, according to many critical studies! So please, don't feel you'd be alone. If you choose to side with Matt, you won't be. Clyde shifts embarrassedly, averting their eyes to the ground, shuffling their feet. It's like they really want to say something, but can't find the courage within. You love her!
Yeah.
Aw, so cute! It's okay, Clyde, just admit it. You love Sue. Clyde looks shocked that Naomi just outed them, but eventually they shrug and smile warmly at Sue. Sue blushes in return. Ah, heck. I love you too. I always have. Sue sweeps Clyde up in a giant bear hug and places a tender kiss on their cheek, causing the timid one to turn bright red. Ah, it's true then. Love can bloom on the battlefield. God damn it. Fucking... My face. Love can bloom on the bat. That's not what that quote means. So does that mean I'm Otacon or Snake? I don't know. Brian, did you just lay in the snow and shoot 8 rockets off screen? Oh, this is ridiculous. Sue. Otacon is a huge anime nerd. You're Otacon? Yeah, but isn't he also like a really shitty war criminal? Didn't he try to have sex with his sister or something really weird and gross? Sue, friendship is irrelevant. What matters is power, and your friends have none. Do you really want to trade a powerful ally for a weaker one? As much as I hate to give into some silly cartoon notion of friendship conquering all, well, I'm a ghost monster.
Ghost monsters for life.
Beaming. Clyde squeezes Sue's hand tightly before Clyde steps back to join their friends. Absurd. Simply absurd. He was a war criminal because his family was stuck working on Metal Gear, and Otacon's was just wow, cool robot. Nuclear crimes are in his DNA. Doesn't he do something real shitty in MGS5? I feel like I saw a scene where they kick him off of the mother brain. Before I can get in another word, Sue waves her hands, interrupting me. Okay, enough.
Man,
Sick of all this
sucks.
talking. Metal Gear Solid, you mean like his grandpa? Huey? In, is that his grandpa in MGS5? MGS5 is Huey? Oh, maybe that's why I got confused. Fucking they do that anime thing where they all look the same. You know what I mean? Yeah, 5 is in the past. Well, I thought it was weird, but I was like, he looks exactly like Otacon. Because they're you don't look exactly the same as your grandpa. That's not how that works. You've made your case, Dad, and so have you, Matt. He wants to protect me and use me. It's patently obvious at this point. But maybe the cost of turning my back on him is too high. Well, Matt wants me to throw it all away, just because it's the right thing to do. As for me, what do I want? There may be someone in chat that's seen pics of my grandpa and can confirm I look a lot like him. A lot is not the same. How do I want this to play out? This is it, the moment of truth. Did I convince Sue to abandon her father? Did we save arcade spirits, or was it all for nothing? 99.97%. Listen, I've played XCOM.
You know what? You, Dad.
Hell yeah! Give me a hell yeah!
Excuse me.
Yeah, you heard me. Your poor f***ing excuse for a father and your so-called enemy really opened my eyes about that.
Smash this stupid. I'm gonna give Deco a stone cold stunner through the glass.
Oh, don't get me wrong. You've got money and power. You could crush me like an ant, yeah?
Parental hate hype. Hell yeah. Abusive relationships with your parents.
And I don't think I care anymore.
Fuckdads.com.
Living in your shadow and under your thumb. I'm tired of living with you. As of today, we're done.
Don't click on that link. No, click on that link. It's totally fine.
Like you from my
Click on that link. It's perfectly fine. I promise you. Wait, I'm gonna click it really quick. Oh, it doesn't load anymore. Brian, it doesn't go anywhere. That link is totally fine, but it. I bet you they forgot to renew it.
I think we can do business. You want to save your arcade? I've got the evidence you need to stick Daddy Dearest.
Keith forgot to renew it.
for the
Rip.
rest of his life.
It's probably one of those things where you know, it comes up to renew and it's like $35 and you're like, is it worth $35 for this bit?
Every dirty deal I've ever helped him carry out, and believe you me, that's a lot of extremely filthy, filthy deeds.
Done dirt cheap.
You can't do this. I forbid it. You are my daughter, and if I go down, you're coming with me.
Really? I think I can spin this entire mess as your fault.
DC Rock Nation, thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping in, friend. Thank you so much for that follow. It's really fun seeing that new alert pop up.
Ignorant brat. You're a career criminal, incorrigible to the end. What possible proof could you offer up of your innocence?
Sue snaps her fingers and points to my phone.
Oh, Iris, would you kindly?
Would you kindly? Would you kindly? And from my speaker, a perfect audio recording of Deco's earlier self-incriminating words.
Who knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. But I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. She knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice.
Golly, that sure smells like corruption of a minor and blackmail to me.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
And once I do my hair in pigtails and offer a jury big puppy dog eyes, oh, my mean old dad forced me into a life of crime. Well, what do you think happens next?
No, that's impossible. You said you blocked all recording devices. I said I couldn't block Iris from functioning, just block her from uploading her recordings anywhere. She was still listening this whole time. You can go ahead and remove the data block now, Clyde. Already done. Also uploaded a press kit based on our Dekonami archives to 5 major newspapers, 11 websites, ESPN Esports Center, and HGTV. Home and Garden Television? I figured the 2 guys from Arcade Flippers might be interested. I really like that show. With that settled, Sue turns a smug, satisfied smile toward her doomed father.
Welcome to the Ides of March, Dad.
Fucking A!
You want to get me in trouble too? You feel free. At worst, I'll do a year or 2 in juvie. But you're gonna bleed out on the floor by the time I'm through.
Inky, just stab him! Gotta go have fun. Pokepups, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And everybody, please go follow Pokepups if you haven't already. Please, please, please. Thank you so much. Inky, Blinky. Yeah, boss. Show my father the door. Gently. Don't leave any marks at least. Everyone just surrounds him and fills him with knives.
No! No! This is completely unacceptable. I am your father. I'm Dekonami! I am the arcade business!
Inky and Blinky easily restrain Deco by the arms, but I just can't let him go without having my 2 cents. Oh, man. I didn't ask for this war, Mr. Nami. All I did was end it. You did this to yourself. Think about that when you're behind bars. I hope you'd eventually come around to understand your own errors.
My only error was not destroying Francine and her damnable Funplex sooner!
Are you still here? Not for long.
I haven't lost. I can still fight this. I can still...
And the ghost monsters remove Deco from our sights. Instantly, the whole atmosphere of the place changes, as if a great weight was lifted. The dad joke was kind of creepy. It's a little out of nowhere. It's good. It's a good dad joke. It's a quality dad joke, but it's a little out of nowhere. I couldn't be more relieved, and I relaxed into a sigh. Not gonna lie, the next few days will be interesting, to say the least. I think you better stay at my place. My parents won't mind at all. Yeah, I'm gonna need to hide out until the heat's off. Maybe practice batting my eyelashes at a weak-willed jury box full of concerned parents, too. Sue blinks in astonishment. Oh, right, Matt, you're still here. You were pretty cool in the end, I gotta admit. 7 out of 10, minimum. I don't know if we'll ever be friends exactly, but you've got my respect.
I'll keep my promise. The public will know Deco hired a gang to go after you. That should exonerate your arcade as a victim of his shady dealings.
Thank you.
So, we square?
No, fuck you! And then I kick her off the thing. Okay, here, look, I'm going with this one. Square, we're square, circle, rhombus, and octagon. We're up, up, down, down, left, right, be a square. That's not how it goes.
Sweet.
Whoa. We did it. We really did it.
We did it. We're the best.
I mean,
I don't know, she doesn't sound like she knew we could do it.
We saved the arcade! Okay, so things are gonna be a bit wonky for a few days, and we'll have reporters swarming the place and maybe some cops. But we did it! We saved the arcade we built together.
A place where we can have a future together. An arcade of our dreams.
I love you. Thank you so much. It'll be everything I've ever dreamed it would be.
Can we take over this building? This building's kind of rad. I would play the shit out of an arcade, like arcade management game. The next few days passed by in a blur. That morning, we had press crowding around the doors of the arcade before we'd even opened. Sue's care package of bad news that went up the wire caught their attention. Mr. Cater, Mr. Cater! Is it true that Dekonami organized a gang hit on your arcade? How do you respond to allegations that Dekonami is involved in an international counterfeit plush tall prize ring? What is your relationship with the ghost monsters? Have you heard any of the allegations of child abuse? Have you seen Mrs. DeFame's article talking about the incident, praising your professionalism? I gave so many interviews that day I lost my voice. Fortunately, Naomi was on hand to keep me hydrated and encourage me onward. Everyone loved to see a fallen family entertainment icon. It made me feel self-righteous, and Dekonami was now square in the crosshairs. It didn't matter that the official police response was a generic, "We are still investigating these claims." Court of public opinion had decided. Dekonami is hashtag Dekonami is over. Deko's palace was doomed. The final crushing blow came at a televised press conference 3 days later.
These obvious falsehoods generated by jealous business rivals and lying children merely go to show how the powerful are routinely targeted for harassment.
Oh, Dekonami's concerned he's being canceled.
Furthermore, what? No! Unhand me immediately! I'm innocent in these matters! Innocent!
And we never saw him again. Seriously, after the arrest, he just up and vanished from the public eye. It's honestly a bit creepy. I was at least expecting a trial or something.
He told me that if I didn't commit all those crimes, he'd take away my food. I never wanted to be a hacker. I just like computers. I wanted to get a computer degree and get a normal job like anyone else.
Sure. Yeah. That, you know. It works. Largely a line of hokum, but it was good to see Sue breaking away from Deko's influence all the same. Who knows? Maybe Sue's ready to turn over a new leaf and go straight after all. Deko's palace board of directors ununanimously voted to eject him, given he just vanished into the guts of the judicial system. Oh, the arcade empire he established is still out there. It's still powerful, still tacky as hell, and still a menace to small arcades as ours. But without his guiding vision, it's largely treading water. Who knows? Maybe one day the traditional arcades will overtake what he left behind. As for arcade spirits, mixing booze with hot fighting action is a tricky balancing act, to be sure. We've had a few scrapes and bruises with the law. That's only bolster our mystique in the gaming underground as the place to go for intense competitive gaming action. Queen Bee and Teo were in heaven, of course. It's exactly the party place they'd always hoped for.
You know, Matt, having conquered both donuts with books and booze with tokens, maybe it's time to expand to new horizons.
Water slides with wineries, mini golf with margaritas, bingo with brewskis.
There you go.
The sky's the limit when it comes to inadvisably mixing leisurely liaisons with various vices.
Love the alliterative.
Gliding with hangovers.
No, don't do that. That's not safe. All of the rest of those are great. That's decidedly unsafe.
On second thought, I think we just found the limit.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
But the arcade, in the end, is less important than the people who call it home. The dream we shared so long ago, sitting and watching the nighttime waves roll in at Flotsam Beach, that dream came true. Arcade spirits became our family arcade for many years to come, just like Miss Francine before us.
Another bad chip to replace. It's getting harder and harder to keep these old games going.
But not impossible. There's still so many great games to restore. If anyone can keep our arcade dream alive, it's you, Naomi.
As dreams go, that's not a bad one at all. It's everything I ever hoped it could be. I'm so glad I found you. And I'm so glad you
got a romance pick.
together, we'll make sure the spirit of arcades lives on forever.
Oh, we got married. Look at that. We got married. Fucking tie that. She liked it, so she put a ring on it. In the end, I can honestly say I found my dream. You know, meaning her whole world became my dream. And I'd live happily in that world for many years to come. Here's the flirting with the coworkers. Sometimes it works out. Just don't be a creep about it. Iris explained to me that irises, being adaptive software, eventually become more and more like their users. Seems my empathy have rubbed up on Iris. With my influence, she's grown quite a bit. It's like that scene in Ghost where you're helping with the board instead of with clay. I just keep pushing. She's like, stop, just stop. It's a one-person thing. I keep telling you, it's a one-person thing.
I hope that one day humans will see us as friends and allies. All I've ever wanted was to embrace kindness and understanding. And thanks to you, I've learned so much.
This is how Counterweight started. Gavin stood watch over our dream, protecting it for many years to come. As our business manager, he took advantage of the fall of Deco's Palace to make Arcade Spirits the hottest new arcade destination on the block. But most importantly, he never lost sight of the real goal. I'll protect your dream to the very end, ensure you can always make the arcade you've always wanted. You can count on me as a friend and ally in every battle to come. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. Ashley continued to be our mascot main floor attendant by day at Arcade Spirits. Customers grew accustomed seeing their smiling face on walking through the doors. As we grew and got bigger, more people took notice of Ashley's Arcade Spirits costume, and more people wanted to see our mascot on shirts, mugs, body pillows even. I just printed up another batch of Arcade Spirits hoodies. These things are selling like hotcakes. That was such a fantastic idea. Customers just couldn't get enough. Oh, and I started working on the pattern for another mascot that we should reveal soon. Maybe I'll even get you to model it for me one day. With the when the four Heavenly Kings invited her to live and play at their team house, Queen Bee instantly said yes. Listen, kid, I'm sad to leave you, but I'm not gone for fucking ever. This is my true home, and you're my family. I'm gonna come back and visit, and often. Body pillows, and that she did. She stops by as much as her schedule allows, and even brings some other big names to the arcade, like Ninja. We always live stream her matches on the big screen, cheering for her all the while. This one is dedicated to Matt and everybody else at Arcade Spirits. I couldn't have done it without those amazing friends of mine. We always keep Fist of Discomfort warm and ready for her next visit. That's where you shouldn't keep it warm, like if it's not already warm. Don't warm it up. Although through the good times and the bad, Juniper stuck by me, my BFF for life. I'm really proud of you, you know? You pulled yourself out of the tailspin your life was in. You went for it, you did it. You made it happen. I'm lucky I got to be even a small part of it. A large part of that, I'd say. I wouldn't be here now if not for you. Hey, I'll take credit if you want me to. Just call me Juniper the Life Coach. You know I'll be here in your corner till you're dead. Hopefully, later rather than sooner, though. Percy only had 2 years left to live, but we made them happy ones. We were his friends, and we'd be friends till the end. About a year and a half into the age of Arcade Spirits, the Mr. Moopy high score fell. At last, Percy had achieved his dream. Soon after, he decided to return home to England. I think he was seeking new healthcare options, or maybe he was just homesick. I'd like to think he's still out there and thriving, and if not, well, he achieved his dream. I doubt he had any regrets. Teo kept the Showtime stage scene alive here at Arcade Spirits until he got offered a job as their regional community manager. Teo put his crewmate D in charge here as he set off traveling and organizing dancing tournaments around the world. He's doing what he loves, connecting with all sorts of people. I guess he just never connected enough with anyone here to stay around. This feels like I fucked up. This feels like these are the ones I fucked up. Wonder if he'll ever stop by again, hop on our stage, and show us his moves. This feels like the game is like, these are the ones you fucked up. Love and friendship in a time of pixels and quarters. Finally, I'm home. Arcade Spirits. Thank you, Arcade Spirits. My spirit is restored, and my future is bright. At last I can say, I'm moving on up. Nope! I'm happy. I'm finally truly happy with who I am and where I am. Can you save Percy? I think the idea is that he left. Right? Like B even left and did other things, but like she comes back. Percy died. It doesn't say that Percy died. We don't know. It's very clear, actually. It's very clear and specific that we don't know. And I think that's the point. I think I got his bad ending. It said he only had 2 years left. Right, but Brian, anime rules, he didn't die on screen. It does not say whether or not he died. If you didn't befriend Percy, we leave his fate ambiguous. Yeah, like that is totally the we don't know, I hope he's okay ending. But yeah, that definitely feels like I didn't hit enough friendship, you know what I mean? Matt should have befriended Percy. I took a bullet for Percy. Thank you very much. I fought hard for this and wanted a great effort, but happiness is my reward. For this day and every day to come. And that's Arcade Spirits. That's it. Look where it got you. Can you befriend them all though? Probably. My guess is there were opportunities where I didn't optimize, you know, and say like, oh hey, this person's falling behind, I should make sure to spend time with them, all that. You can't romance someone and befriend them all. Oh, interesting. That kind of makes sense because you're gonna be spending a lot of time with a specific person. Thanks so much for playing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you and Anne. Like, this is a really good game. This is a really, really good game. And yeah, thank you for hanging out in chat. Thank you for being a part of this. This like really made it a really specific, fun experience. Shouts to all the Patreon backers. 2 post-credit things? Ooh. 2 post-credit things. Well, listen, like I tweeted the other day, you sit and you wait through the whole credits. You pay attention to the whole credits. Yeah, let me tell you. Capitalism. Capitalism ho. Yeah, special thanks to all these people. To be fair, I should too. Yeah, listen. Thank you for chilling with us. I got a lot of emails I need to look at. Ugh. You can't be friends with anyone and have a romance? Sounds like toxic monogamy culture. I mean, you can be friends. It's just you're not gonna hit that, like, special friendship. There's just a, you know, there's a limit to the amount of time that you can spend with someone. Skee-Ball is owned by Skee-Ball, as we learned. Yeah, like, there's only so much. Matt and I would be better friends if he just listened to me and quit spending time with his wife. I've told him this for years. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Brian and I would be able to hang out, like, way much more, and I'd have a ton more Brian points. Now, see, what's funny is, you know, now that Brian's with somebody, I feel like I get to return the favor, but... Still not convinced Matt is real. I'm right, but... Hey, buddy, guess what? Pandemic. Hey, look. I'm just saying. I haven't seen her in like 19 weeks. Listen, I'm not making a thing. Not making a thing here. Alright. 2 post-credit things. Thank you for playing. Yay! Yo! Thank you whoever for that anonymous gift to 2Flower. Thank you so much. 2Flower, enjoy the premiere bell next to your name, the emotes, 30 days of ad-free viewing, all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for that anonymous gift. Totally anonymous. Wink. This is outrageous. I demand to speak with my lawyer. Hello? Can anyone hear me? You can't do this to me. I'm well aware of who you are. Good. You know I can afford a lawyer who can run circles around you, whoever you are. True, if you were officially under arrest. Technically, this facility does not exist. Neither do I. What? You can't do this. If you prefer, I could hand you over to the police. There's a cybercrime task force that's eager to get their hands on you. But if you'd like to avoid a lengthy prison sentence, I have a proposition for you. I'd like to know about a tiny, tiny little detail buried in all those leaked files your daughter posted online. Specifically, the 1980X playtests. The what? I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage. You know damn well what I'm talking about. Shinlo-san's pride and joy. You hosted secret playtests of that game. Oh, those tests. Sorry, but I don't see what help I'll be. Only played a minor role. Once the test was over, the machines were shipped out to other locations. Exactly. Against our authority, Shinlo-san distributed their prototypes. You're going to use all your connections, all your leverage, every drop of what little influence you have left to help us find our property. Polybius was our project, Mr. Nami, and we want it back. Spooky game. Brian was freaking out on that Polybius thing because I'd never heard of it. And Brian was like, ah! Game over for real this time. Yay! Yay! You sent me the thing. Yeah, I didn't know about it before. Your flux capacitor is now charged. On your next playthrough, you can use your mouse wheel to scroll back and forth in time and change your most recent decisions. Also, would you like to save your character and story data from this playthrough so you can use it in any future Arcade Spirits expanded content? Yes. Now exporting data. I don't know why I wouldn't do that. All done. Thank you for playing. Yay! I did it. Hey, look at that. Oh, it went away. Does this eventually fill up with all of the romance options? All right, what do we got here? So we've got the Funplex render from the first chapter, which is cool to see it in 3D. A test sketch, which is neat. This gives you kind of an idea of the layout. Some cosplay sketches. This is, oh my god, this frog is hilarious. More added the hard as you go. Okay, I was gonna, because since it like went away and came back. Pixel art for Fist of Discomfort. This is cool. Yeah, this seems like how you would do that genre. Movie. Oh, this looks like a fun game. Provided you're perfect at the game, of course, which Percy is. You got concept art for Francine. Wow, some of these sketches are super different. Wow. Concept art for all the randos. The Rando family, Brian's favorite group of characters. Angry Gamer Guy, hilarious. Oh, the Max Enforcers. Oh, we didn't see those, probably because we didn't sneak in to mess with the displays. A render of the warehouse. Laid out to resemble a popular game's maze. Is that Pac-Man? It looks like Pac-Man. Phrase Invaders. I would play Phrase Invaders. 100%. Naomi concept art. Oh wow. I like how it's like the Atari logo, but not. Oh, and then we've got the mysterious dip switches down here that we talked about. Okay. So, the name of the ghost in Pac-Man is the Ghost Monsters according to Namco. I figured from the names that was the reference, but I also don't know the maze for Pac-Man enough to know like 100%. Okay. So this says use the magic sword. I'm guessing these are the other they're named Inky, Blinky, Pinky, Clyde, and Sue. It was what Sue was in Ms. Pac-Man? Okay, so this is better dead than red, which I'm curious about that. Use the magic sword. I'm guessing these are the other arcade games, right? So reasonable romance, I would think this is Gavin. Cosplay connection, this is Ashley. Extra life, I think this is Percy. Double dance, that's Teo. More than BFFs, I'm thinking, yo, Poke, what's going on? More than BFFs. So hang on. Breaking the meta, that'll be B. More than BFFs leads me to believe that I was correct, and there's a secret Juniper romance, which was my thought, because there was one part Juniper started popping up a lot more in the game, and I was like, this leads me to believe that there's a secret Juniper romance. And then we have the power of friendship, the good end, and love in a time of quarters, which one piece of art for all three games, all the romances, and one or two hidden things. Curious. I mean, every good visual novel has that, right? Like the very weird specific routes. Cult ending? Sure, why not? I mean, every visual novel has it, right? And then there's the documentary, which if you want to see, you'll have to buy Arcade Spirits, which I highly recommend. Obviously, ! Arcade Spirits will get you the humble link in the chat. But yeah, this was amazing. This was amazing. The switches let our Patreon backers unlock the time rollback cheat you get after one play. That's fun. But yeah, this game was crazy fun. Thank you again to 2Flower for hanging out in chat. You know, that makes it something extra special, right? Like something really special. This weekend I'm definitely gonna work to get the 2 VODs of this up on YouTube, so we'll have our complete playthrough on YouTube, which will be super nice. And we went a little over time, so thank everybody for hanging out. I try to keep to time fairly well, but I appreciate everybody being here, hanging out, all that good stuff.